Sir, shall we start, sir?
Yeah, we can.
Bashaji?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can start.
Good morning, everyone. Firstly, I invite Dr. P.S. Shukla, sir, former Joint Commissioner, Government of India, Department of Animal Husbandry, and presently is the Dean, Veterinary College, Mathura, for this 5-day entrepreneurship training program, Awareness Week. And also, I invite Dr. P.S. Mahesh, Joint Commissioner and Director, CPDO&TI. Welcome, sir. And I also invite all the participants who have joined through Zoom and also through Facebook. Welcome all to this third Entrepreneurship Awareness Week program, which will be running from today till Friday. That is 5-day program. Welcome all. Now I request Dr. P.S. Mahesh sir to give the opening. Welcome.
Thank you, Bashaji. And good morning, everyone. Namaskar. It's always pleasure to have chief guest Dr. P.K. Shukla sir, my guru, my mentor, and former Joint Commissioner and a doy in our poultry sector. I think any function, any arena without Shukla sir is not at all colorful these days in any part of the India. We are really honored, sir, by your time and presence. And without much ado, sir, sir has been, in Government of India, in Government of Uttar Pradesh, and he has traveled widely across the world, and he has contributed many, journals, articles, books, etc. So he's a leader in the think tank of poultry sector in India. We always, hope on, sir, that any confusion, any clarity on poultry sector, both in the government and in the private sector, we depend on Shukla Sarji. So with this, I would hand over, sir, for the inaugural address of our entrepreneurship in poultry awareness week, along with Entrepreneurs Day on Thursday, sir. All over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Mahesh. Indeed, it's a matter of pleasure always to be with you. At the outset, let me compliment you. Even in these odd hours when we are going through the fight of corona infection, we keep going. And yes, always show must go on. We believe in that. Even when I was in the ministry, we were in the ministry, we worked together. And it is lovely to watch you performing. So my compliments to Dr. Mahesh, who is a Joint Commissioner and Director CPDO&TI, and his team, Mr. Basha, Sonali, other farm managers, other colleagues, because off and on when I connect to you, that refreshes my memory. And always I feel like I am at CPDO&TI, enjoying the old time, the free time, the time when we talk formally and informally together and thinking of having something new for the sector, something new for the farmers, something new for our country. And in real terms, we are trying to contribute. Yes, of course, I remember when a proposal from CPDO Bangalore came that, sir, ye hum logon ka training institute bhi hai, and we should tag this institute as a training institute also. And it is lovely to watch. The word you said at that point of time, sir, will keep our trainings continue. Even just now I can see that all trainings are going on in online mode and people are really in touch with you. And always I have seen a lot more people, those who are joining you on all the occasions. That shows the real connectivity either to the farmer or to the entrepreneurs or to the bankers or to the industry. So this, I think this is something great. Continue with that. Coming to the Entrepreneur Awareness Week, I think it's a lovely concept because when our Prime Minister says Atmanirbhar Bharat, It reminds me the olden days when every village was independent. Nothing was imported in the village, nor anything was going out of the village. And that was the real balance what we had and our predecessors had. But somewhere, something went wrong, something went good. Again, we are at crossroads to decide what to do, how to progress. And now, again, the concept of Atmanirbhar Bharat is there. पुराने समय में हम लोग देखते थे घर के पिछवाड़े पे हम लोग छोटा सा किचन गार्डन बनाते थे to cater our domestic requirement. Even sometimes we are gifting it to our neighbors or whosoever wants, they can take it either in terms of vegetable or grain or whatever is surplus with us, milk and milk products. Again, the same concept is there, and now we are thinking to go ahead with it. It is lovely to watch those young entrepreneurs, those who are keen and looking for where to step in and how to step in. And there, I could feel that CPDO and TI is doing significantly for them, at least apprising them about the poultry sector and how this sector can help them to start their entrepreneurship or to start their business, and not only the business to get their profits or to get their livelihood, but also significantly contributing the food material to the country. And at the same time, we are addressing the issues of malnutrition, food security, and sometimes food safety also. Now we are talking about entrepreneurs. So we need to keep in our mind what is there in this sector and why we should choose this sector for our entrepreneurship program or as a business or as a hobby. So I'll try to sensitize you some of the important aspect of poultry in our country. See, everybody knows our human population is around 138 crores. And if we see the statistics of animals and birds, almost it is the same, around 138 crores. But our 2019 census says almost the ratio is 1:1. If you see the production of agricultural crops, it is rising at the rate of 1.5 to 2% per annum. But the eggs and the broilers, they have been rising at a rate of 8 to 10%. This shows a clear distinction. If you step in, you'll have a fast progress in this sector. Looking to the status of poultry in our country, almost total poultry population is around 850 million as per 2019 census. We all are aware in our country, the sector is broadly distincted in two different categories. One is which is backyard, another which is commercial. Looking to the progress of these two sectors, since before 2019, when the last census was conducted, the backyard, it was raised in the country almost 317 million in 2019, which is almost a 45% increase over the last census, almost 50% increase. Whereas in commercial sector, right now population is around 534 million, and it has been increased almost by 4.5 to 5% over to that of last census. That shows, yes, people have adopted backyard poultry also as a venture, later on develop the cooperatives, later on develop some other marketing strategies, and even they have catered a good quality nutritious material, particularly protein, for their livelihood. Almost more than 10 lakhs of the farmers, they produce this much of poultry production in this country. And this poultry sector, now this is sizing around 1.3 lakh crores. Can you think of that? But yes, predominantly the fresh meat and is predominant. and processed accounts less than 5 to 10%. Why I'm talking about this, when we are calling entrepreneurs, doesn't mean we need to keep the poultry and to produce the egg or to the meat. But there are so many ancillary sectors where we can develop the entrepreneurship. We can have the ancillary units with us. We can contribute to our sector. So India is almost fourth largest poultry producer in the world in volume terms. I'm not talking about egg or meat, but total volume, what we are producing. We are almost at the fourth stage, but when we look for its per capita consumption, it is one of the lowest in the world. So this is a huge gap where we can look into. What I mean to say, there are large and large scopes, more and more hopes in this sector to perform, to produce for the country. Currently, the total broiler market size is estimated around 4.7 million tons. We are talking about the carcass meat. And it translates into volume terms of growth almost 2% during 2019. Or even the per capita meat consumption in our country as a whole is around 3.4 kg per capita per annum. But when we see the market size of the broilers, it is more than 85,000 crores. If we see the table egg production, it was more than 109 billion eggs. But again, when we see this figure vis-a-vis the recommendation of National Institute of Nutrition or ICMR, wherein they have recommended 2 eggs per capita per annum, there is huge gap and huge demand. Also, a huge scope to produce for the country, for our livelihood, as a business entrepreneur. So look, what is the way forward now? We all are aware, India's median age is 28 years and the population is one of the youngest population in the world. So more than 2/3 of the entire population is eligible to work. This is what I say, if they are eligible to work, then certainly entrepreneurship comes into the mind, and therein you do have all the possibilities, all the choices, all the wisdom to choose what exactly you want to do. And here comes a role of CPDO and TI. Yes, effective skill development programs for rearing poultry and producing different value-added products by small vendors to cater the local needs will effectively echo the voice of our Honorable Prime Minister, local to global and vocal for local. And yes, now the new normal will present different new challenges and opportunities also to the poultry sector. But this global pandemic has also given a call to the India to be self-reliant or Atmanirbhar in all areas, including poultry in the new norm. So what my urge is, try to listen those who really wants to contribute to the sector, try to understand the nuances. If you have any queries, try to get it solved. Even when we are trying, these digital platforms are available for you at your doorstep to clarify your doubts, clarify your whatever comes to your mind at any point of time. Pick up a phone, give a call to the experts, give a call to the centers, give a call to the training institutes. जो भी आपके मस्तिष्क में आता है, जो भी आप सोचते हैं, जो आप करना चाहते हैं, कल का इंतजार मत कीजिए. Immediately come in action, ask for, clarify your doubts. If you need any assistance, don't hesitate in asking for it, either from a scientific staff or from a developmental staff or from banking staff or even to the government, and then get whatever you need. आप लोगों को पता है, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने लगभग 20 लाख करोड़ का क्रेडिट पैकेज भी कंट्री के लिए अनाउंस किया है. पोल्ट्री भी उसका एक हिस्सा है, एनिमल हस्बेंड्री भी उसका एक हिस्सा है. कोशिश कीजिए, अगर आप फार्मिंग बिजनेस में हैं या फार्मिंग बिजनेस प्रारंभ करना चाहते हैं, तो इन सारी एस्पेक्ट को, इन सारे स्कोप्स को आप जान लीजिए। हमारा सीपीडीओ भी इस मामले में आपकी सहायता कर रहा है, एक अवेयरनेस जगाने का प्रयास कर रहा है। जहां पर जो यंग माइंड्स हैं, पहले नौकरियों की तलाश करते थे, अब आजकल खुद तो आत्मनिर्भर हो ही रहे हैं, साथ में दूसरों को नौकरी देने का प्रयास भी कर रहे हैं। मैं चाहूंगा you all should be one of them, those who really wants to do something. Please do it for yourself, for your state, for your country, and for our country's people, those who are really in need. Please step forward, come forward. जब सब एक साथ मिलकर कुछ काम करेंगे तो डेफिनेटली कंट्री में कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा ही। So I'll try to limit my talks over here and our interaction will continue. Thank you giving for me this opportunity to interact again with the old friends, with our farmers, with our young entrepreneurs, with our bankers. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir. It's so kind of you to given us an idea of self-sustainability, which was like Atmanirbharta was a legacy, and I think it was in our culture. It is good that you find it and nicely shown about the way of going vocal for local. So, हमारे बीच में there are many entrepreneurs who are really not vocal. So you can see, sir, one of the panelists is Mr. Mahesh. He just joined and he'll be on the Entrepreneurs Day. That gentleman is also very fast, small farmer, sir. So now he is coming with the retail formatting and doing a big shops in Bangalore. So that is our idea, sir. CPDO&TI has planned tomorrow program on management and nutrition. And day after tomorrow, sir, we have planned on diseases and Government of India schemes. And then on Thursday, we have planned Entrepreneurs Day, wherein real entrepreneurs will come and speak. And Saturday and Friday, sir, we have brought in rural management from Mukund. And then Jeevan will join from Pune, sir. He'll be speaking on eggs and chicken. And then we are giving business tips on the Friday, sir. So totally 5 days program, sir. Thank you so much for the time.
Wonderful designing, wonderful designing. And you have all the components with you. I think surely our audience will be benefited through the ideas of these young entrepreneurs and our co-experts.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the time, sir. Thank you, sir. Right. Basaji, we will have a small break or we will continue. कैसे करेंगे अभी कुछ जनरेटर के लिए?
ब्रेक देके जनरेटर.
We will just take a 2 minutes break. We are just shifting to generator. There is some technical problem. Kindly bear with us and then we will come back in 2 minutes. Welcome back. I think there was some power issue. We thought, we'll put it into generator so that we will have uninterrupted issue. There was a spike. I think now the voice is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
With this, welcome again for all the participants who are watching us in Zoom and Facebook. As our chief guest, Professor Shukla ji mentioned that we are as an institute, as a system, we will be with you. So this is a program which we have planned it as like an awareness week, as mentioned by the chief guest also, that we will be looking into more as an awareness issue on various aspects of poultry. The poultry is a sector which is growing very fast, maybe almost like 10 to 15% in broilers and around 4 to 5, 6 to 8% in layer sector. So keeping this in mind, we designed this week starting from today, that is a Monday 23rd till the Friday 27th. So in this, for the audience, we will be uploading a entire schedule in the gap time. By the time my team will make it ready, so we will have the schedule on your screens. So what is the issue is we are making it like a program today. We will be addressing. I myself will be on broader aspects of the poultry sector. So what is in nutshell about poultry is all about. Then probably followed with my talk will be Dr. Krishnan, who will be taking a tour of you to the poultry farms, to the brooding, to hatchery, to feed mill. All the aspects will be covered like a pictorial journey. He is a very well known expert in State Training Institute and is a part of our faculty now. So followed by that, tomorrow you will have Professor Pratap Kumar, who is a well-known management specialist giving you on management tips. And then we'll have Professor BSV Reddy, Venkatrami Reddy, sir will be giving you on very salient tips of nutrition. So how a bird should consume, what it should consume, how things has to be taken for feeding the birds of various requirements. So that is tomorrow's program. So third day we have scheduled Dr. Babu Raj, again a very well-known disease expert, a zonal manager in Venkis. So he'll be giving an overall view of diseases, treatment, medication, vaccination. It will be a very comprehensive class of almost like 1.5 to 2 hours. Then we have invited Dr. Lipi Sariwal. She is our assistant commissioner based out of Delhi. She will join us to brief you on Government of India schemes. So what are the schemes under Government of India? How people can take the concept of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and then coupled with doublings of farmer income, we have scheduled a lot of schemes for the farmers, especially animal husbandry infrastructure fund. So this is the bigger one which we are coming out with in a big way on the Wednesday. Then on Thursday, entire galaxy of entrepreneurs we have invited. The concept is Entrepreneurs Day. That day we faculty will not speak. I will be acting as a moderator, but you will have a galaxy to name the team. Sean Kadival, he is the CEO of Fresh to Home. He'll be joining us to inaugurate from Dubai. Then followed by Dr. Ajay Deshpande from Pune. Then we will have Dr. Ravindra Reddy from Hyderabad. Then we will have Mr. Suresh, a leading layer farmer from Bengaluru. Then we will have our Dr. Hari Krishna Deka from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. He'll be joining. Followed by, we were searching for women entrepreneurs. I'm lucky to have two sisters coming on an Entrepreneurs Day. One by name, Vanessa Delgado, and then another by Lavita Delgado. Two sisters are taking up a huge responsibility of a corporation of 2,000 crores. I'm really impressed. There's a generation next they are taking up. So they are doing a wonderful job in a big way. Then we have Mr. Mahesh. He's already in the panelist. I hope Mahesh can join the video also. So Mr. Mahesh can come on video. Mr. Mahesh is again an entrepreneur. So he is doing wonderfully well. You can see him there. So he'll be representing a brand called My Chicken and More. So he'll be our entrepreneur on Thursday. He'll be giving you on large format retailing. So how a large format retailing can be done on a city like Bengaluru. So he'll be explaining on Thursday. Then we have a Friday. We have scheduled in such a beautiful manner that we have invited Jeevan. Jeevan is our brand fellow who is promoting more on egg and chicken. and he'll be coming out to the concept of egg and chicken, how things are being going on in a nutshell. Then we have invited Dr. Mukund, who is very well known in Madhya Pradesh and Nagpur. He'll be giving you on rural management of poultry. So we have planned in such a way that entire galaxy of faculty were, unless otherwise because of this corona, we have gone for digital. Otherwise, we would have not really hoped for them to come in here. So that is the thing. And then I'll be concluding on Friday with a business models, because we have to teach you how to make money. So we are here to show you how really you can make money, whether it is a small farmer or as a big farmer or a large scale entrepreneur. So we have a plan for you with 200 rupees, and we have a plan for you with 200 crores. So that will be the nutshell of the whole program. My faculty team led by Mr. Basha, Dr. Krishnan, Dr. Sonali, and all other people will be joining you. So with this, I think I will start my presentation in sharing the screen. Basha, I'll share the screen. So welcome all. This is the presentation which we made, shaping the future of Indian poultry sector after 0 year. So this is a presentation which we will be addressing you in brief. So let us quickly go through, because since we have lost a couple of time, this presentation I'll be giving you in the following manner. So understanding India, human protein requirement, protein in egg and chicken, and present structure of poultry sector, credit facility, how to take a bank loan, and trend setters in the sector, and what will be the future. Probably now it is 11:15. I will try to stop at 12, so that we will have the session of Dr. Krishnan, which will be lengthy. Anyway, I'll have a time for the last day to give you more on that. So this has become a normal now. I think navigating the uncertainty has become a normal in our life now. So we have no choice. We have to work it out in such a way that, so we now understand again second wave, third wave, fourth wave, what you see in the video. So it is coming like that in the corona. So corona has been a threatening force for the whole globe. So now we understand that we have in Europe, we have corona coming in second wave and small eruptions in Haryana and other places there. It has become a very neutral issue now. So what is the population growth? If you see the population growth, which we can see, it never happened earlier. So which way we are in a big way, it is crossing almost like 9 billion. We are going into 9 billion. So we had, if you see the population of whole globe, it was just under 2 billion in 1800, 1900. If you see in 1900, we were under 2 billion. That means within 150 years, we are growing 5 times. So can you imagine the stress of the resources which we have to couple with the requirement which we have to make? See, this is a very interesting slide I've gathered. If you see here, over next 40 years, we need to produce as much as food as we have in last 8,000 years of agriculture. What is a statement which you can understand? You see, whatever we produce last 8,000 years, we may have to produce in next 40 years. So this is the issue. So coming into our Indian economy, now bearing this year of contraction, otherwise we are a very growing economy with young population, and our population is our strength. 1.3 billion population is our strength. We need more people to come into the entrepreneurship so that we can go for a big way for reaching 5 trillion economy. So what is our sector? If you see here, number 1 in milk production. If I have to update your data, it is almost like 190 million metric tons of milk being produced. So we are number 3 in egg production, which again, if I have to update you, next time I'll remind that and I'll change it, 100 billion eggs now. And we are number 5 in chicken meat production with 4.5 million metric tons per year. Around 11 lakh crore contribution from animal husbandry sector per year. So if you see what is our sector, I always say a joke. So what is the joke I use is, generally when you ask kids, do you want to join poultry? People may say, no, the young kids of PUC or degree, they'll say that, no, murgi ka hai. So what is there in murgi? A chicken is chicken, cut and eat. But it is not so. So now if you ask your kid, are you ready to join TCS, Tata Consultancy Services? She'll be more than happy to join a software sector, he or she. So my daughter always felt, our poultry sector is very small. When I told that TCS turnover is 150 lakh crore, 150 lakh, 1.5 lakh crore, 1.5 lakh crore, and our turnover is equal to poultry, that is 1.5 lakh crore. That means Tata Consultancy turnover is 1.5 lakh crore. Similarly, our poultry sector turnover is 1.5 lakh crore. But what is the attraction in our sector? We are giving more employment than TCS. TCS probably must be giving a maximum of the employment of generally maybe around 5 lakh people may be employed there. But we are employing more than 6 to 8 million people are being employed in our sector in a large way across India. So you can see here 11 crore contribution is by the 1 second. Hello. If you see the service sector, which we are contributing almost 60%. If you see 60% is the service sector, industry is almost like 20%, and agriculture is 1%. See, what I want to convey the message to the audience is, see, this is the potential of now. See, where we cannot increase much here, we have already captured more. So if you want to double the income into future, if you see industry, very less opportunity, but whereas in agriculture, we are able to reach a big way. So if you see agriculture, 16%, so we can come into almost doubling very quickly. And many of you will be understanding how will we read our economy. So now I am going to share a very simple message that our economist doesn't read books, doesn't read big data. So they have a small capturing ideas. So what they capture is, see, the consumption of small items like Parle-G or a shampoo, the volume. If these volumes are very normal and very good at the grassroots, then we know that the purchasing power of the bottom of the pyramid is fantastic. If your bottom of the pyramid is fantastic, then you can definitely think of going in a big way for the country, in which you can see that you can manage in a nutshell. So that is how the things you have to plan for your the growth. If you come here, this is a surprise and an opportunity. So what is a surprise? So how did India eat in 2009? This is the data from one online company which has taken a data of how people consumed in 2019. Definitely, I think you would have seen the recent ad by them that it has crossed even crores. Now Zomato or Swiggy, they are giving our orders have crossed crores. Crores mein order kar rahe karke bata rahe. So that is the message. What I want to say is, if you see the items which people have taken is chicken biryani, masala dosa, paneer butter masala dosa, chicken fried rice, and mutton biryani. So what is the message here? Message here is consumer wants protein. Consumer wants, if you see the method what he is adapting chicken and then mutton, or you can go for veg protein sources. But what is the message? As Shukla sir mentioned, our history. Please see this slide. Those of you from South and then North Karnataka would appreciate the picture very nicely. However, from people from North India, you may not appreciate this. Sir, what is this? Basically, if you see, we used to have from our childhood a balanced diet. A balanced diet. Today we are not doing it. If you remember your grandfather's diet, this is the jowar roti, which is a very good carbohydrate. You can see here is a curd rice, all grams, sabjis, and then you have onion, you have leaves, you have onion tops, you have dokla. You can see here all powder and other things, like a groundnut powder and then sesame powder, then very nice cheese. All these are very balanced. All these are very balanced in a way that you can take for almost meeting all the requirements, whether it is protein, whether it is carbohydrate, whether it is fiber. And then this is a very interesting picture. Those of you again from south and mid part of South India, maybe in Andhra and Tamil Nadu, also very familiar. So these are not cricket balls, these are ragi balls. So wonderful concept of, if you see the flour being cooked in a steamed water, you make ragi ball, and fantastic arrangements of having a balanced diet for your requirement. And then North Indian friends, my friends from North India, they have a huge spread. If you see the spread which they used to do, a lot of rotis, naans, and then a lot of oily food. See, if you see the recent survey, they said that only North Indian people are meeting the requirement of energy. So we are not even meeting the requirement of energy. See, in India, our food habits have gone for a toss. We earlier had a legacy of, at least culturally, our grandfather, grandmother had an idea that have balanced food has to be taken. So today we are going into a carbohydrate centric diet. Nobody has time. Morning, just grab some 2 slices of bread without any protein, maybe chapati, maybe rice, all around only carbohydrate. That's why India is negatively called as capital of diabetes. That's a negative remark. So we should now focus on how a body requires protein, how a body requires our resting. So this is a slide I took from 2018, but still valid in 2020 also. See, Kahona Paze, this is the advertisement released by an Amul girl. If you see, the PAS rates will be going up and then coming down. Sometime 200, sometime 20 rupees, or sometime even 5 rupees, sometime no value. So that is the tendency of our market commodity. So how do we really move on? So now focus on human protein requirement. So what is the protein requirement for a simple functional body? If you see carbohydrate, at least we should have 330 grams daily. Why I'm saying 330 grams daily is that is like your fuel. If you are even not working or working, you need an energy. So energy requirement has to be met, but don't cross the 330 grams. If you cross 330 grams, it will be stored as fat. You don't know how much you are eating, but today there are many apps, there are many things which are available for you so that you can really get into the groove. And then similarly, if you see the protein, almost, we say 1 gram per kilo body weight or 0.8 gram per kilo body weight. If you are weighing around 60, 70 kilos, you need to have 60 grams of protein. Similarly, fat is highly essential. If you think that, sir, I don't eat fat, I don't eat oil, people forget everything, and if you don't take the fat content, then again a problem for enzymes, problem for hormones. See, body is made of everything balanced. And the simplest thing which you have to remember is simplest nutrient in the world is water. If you see, I have kept almost like to 1.5 liters of water. See, one has to consume 2 liters of water daily. So that requirement has to be met comfortably in your daily routine. So if you see the body constituency, read that 42 kilos is water in your body. Fat is around 12 kilos, protein is 12 kilos. But the only problem is water can be stored in the body. If you have a problem of the kidney issues, fat can be stored as obesity, but protein cannot be stored. So one has to consume protein every day. One has to consume protein every day to keep the body essentially running, to keep the body young, to keep all our cycles running. So that is the importance of protein. And if you see, sir, what is the diet of our great players? I think if you read here, Michael Phelps, everybody must have heard about him. He is a very good swimmer across the globe and taken a lot of Olympic medals. If you see his breakfast, you see 3 fried egg sandwiches with cheese and veggies, omelette of 3 to 6 eggs. So that means the entire day starts with an egg. The entire day starts with a protein. And see the dinner, and there is a saying, you should eat your breakfast like a king. You should eat your lunch like a queen. You should eat your dinner like a chaprasi or a peon or a thing. That means the ratios has to be reduced. That is what the thing. If you see the Usain Bolt, the sprint runner who runs, with a speed which you can see that aankh band karke open karne se bhag jayega. So what is the sprint speed? In that, if you see the breakfast, what is happening? Egg sandwich. You can see the chicken pieces here. So chicken, egg sandwich, and all these are the snacks which is engaging, and then he comes into the thing. So what is the best method to convince our kids to have the latest continental food? If you see here, I put in a nice way. So children prefer pasta, children prefer mushroom, bean leaves, maybe small cheese, and your fruit, maybe guava, and an omelette. This is a balanced diet, a balanced thing for a kid. And this is the beautiful spectrum of colors, of natural colors of vegetarian, which is available in the country. So what is this availability, which shows that we have everything in our sector, where you can see that multicolor options are available. One can choose. We are not here to advise only animal protein. You can have a protein which you can think from colored products of vegetarian or a non-veg protein. See, let us move on now. So what is our poultry is all about? Many of us think that we want to advise you to see that what is chicken made out of. Chicken is made out of simple corn and soya. Especially if you take broilers, layers, we are adding a couple of other ingredients. Broilers and broiler breeders, if you see, only corn and soya farms the chicken. So we are producing almost 23-24 million metric tons of corn, out of which 11 million metric tons is consumed by our own poultry sector. You can see there nicely, almost we are meeting 50% of the production by poultry only. Similarly, in soya, 50% of the production is taken by our own poultry sector. But what is happening is this demand is increasing. See, we are now in comfortable as far as supply and demand is there. But we are forgetting that this other requirement of maize. The other requirement of maize is from, you can see the people from human consumption. From human consumption, you can see the feed. All other consumption demands are available. Even for ethanol, there is a requirement of maize. Even in soya, we are exporting a lot of soya across the globe in a big way. And if you come to the egg per se, if you see egg, what is the capsule which you are giving? Egg consists simply, if you see the mineral capsule on the left side, vitamin capsule on the right side, nicely packed into an egg. If you see here, See the beautiful, all minerals which you want, all vitamins you want are nicely packed in this capsule, which is called egg. You will get very good protein, maybe around 12 grams of protein per 100 gram, means for every 2 eggs, you will have 13 grams of protein, a good quantum of fat. And if you see here, only 1 gram is carbohydrate. That means egg is the rich source of protein. Coupled with your mineral package on the left side, coupled with the vitamin package on the right side, and giving you a good calories of 150 on the top. If you see here, it's again a caloric value is very good because of your good protein and fat content in that. So morning, if you consume 3 eggs, morning 3 eggs, it's like a breakfast. You can have your engine running, your body running till the afternoon or maybe in the evening. So that's how the egg is formulated. Similarly, our chicken, if you see, entire, as I told you, the left is mineral capsule and right is vitamin capsule with almost 200 kilocalories of energy and then about 20 grams of protein, around 15 grams of fat in 100 grams. If you consume 100 grams of chicken, these are the minerals you are getting, these are the vitamins you are getting. See, to begin with, what I want to say is just focus on balanced diet. Don't only focus on chicken, don't only focus on eggs, or don't only focus on vegetables. So you have to have a balanced diet, your consumption. We generally advise that 2 बार अंडे रोज में, हफ्ते में 3 बार मुर्गी. That means every day 2 eggs a day, 3 times chicken a week can have at least 50 to 60% of your nutrients met. See, why are we advising? Are we advising that since I'm a joint commissioner here in Poultry Institute, we want to only promote poultry? No. If you see, the International Egg Commission has given the digestibility of proteins in humans. See how much you can digest if you consume. 97% is in egg. That means if you are taking 100 units of protein requirement as a diet, you will definitely have 97 absorbed into the body if you are going for egg. See the nice way of other countries being promoting. If you see here, beautifully, if you see here, Mexico, 350 crossed, 300 crossed in Japan, USA almost 250 to 300 crossed. So that is how you can see that India is coming very almost touching just 100 now per capita consumption or per capita availability. Let me give you some insight on Bangalore, where we are living. So Bangalore city daily consumption is 80 lakh eggs for the population of 1.2 crore. That's why I always say that Bangalore per capita consumption or per capita availability is 270 eggs per person. That means Bangalore is USA and India. If you go back to the previous slide and you see here, USA is touching around 270. That is their consumption. So where is Bangalore? Bangalore is also 270 eggs per person. That means Bangalore is USA and India as far as egg consumption is concerned. And this is growing more in a young population in India. So this is the background. So what I gave you an understanding is what are our dietary patterns earlier, what is our dietary pattern today, what is our human requirement of protein, and how a chicken and egg are giving a sufficient protein balanced with the minerals on the left side. The right side I showed you the vitamins, energy on the top, protein and fat on the bottom. Please remember those slides. Take a printout, take a picture. It will be available in Facebook as a recording. Keep it in your daily table so that you can formulate your own diet. See, poultry is almost like 36% now as far as meat share is considered. If you see the Indian production, buffalo meat we are producing. Buffalo meat we are sending across almost Europe, and other thing is export. We are exporting buffalo meat. We are exporting buffalo meat to the extent of $4 billion. $4 billion is 28,000 crores. No doubt in chicken, we are not a great exporter because our domestic demand is so huge. We are not matching the cost to the outside world. Brazil produces one of the cheapest chicken in the world, and then in US also produces the cheapest chicken in the world. For us, we have to compete with them for the cost and the quality which we are getting up. Almost around 600 crores is the export. So this is the status for you. Just to begin with, those of you who have never seen poultry sector, no idea on our sector, you can understand almost we are producing 1.1 crore broiler per day, around 25 crore eggs per day is a production across India. So majority of is being produced in South. Almost we can say 65 to 70% is produced in South India, which is I would say the Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka, Kerala, Maharashtra put together. So this is the growth pattern. Around 8 to 10% we are growing in broilers. We are growing in 4 to 6% in layer sector. This is the problem of our market. Those of you entrepreneurs who are watching the presentation in Zoom and Facebook, my only request is watch this carefully. If you see the share of market in India is 95% in live, 4% is the process market, just 1% is the value added market. What is happening now? The demand is growing here, the demand is growing here, the demand is growing here in a different format. I will show you in the future slides how 95% of the sector can give you an opportunity. You have to focus on hygiene. You have to focus on standard formats of outlets which can meet the live demand. The demand is 95% because the opportunity here is small. Large players have already entered. Here more value. Here there is a more value for you, the product, but here the volume is there. You can play with the volume by going into a different formats. Similarly, if you see the egg industry, 97% is table eggs. Just now we started having people coming with grading and then formatting into a nice carton, and then 2% of the market is framed like that. Otherwise, you can see egg liquid is also coming in the market. It's like a carton of juice. You would have seen a lot of juices in the market. So similarly, egg is coming in the format of juice, format of paneer. So these are the innovations for you to think for an opportunity. So now this slide is very, very important for the entrepreneurs to understand. I will spend a couple of minutes here. So this is a journey of a broiler, cute broiler, which is 40 grams grows to 2 kilos in 32 days. How many broilers are there in India right now? Almost we estimate 4.5 billion. That means almost if we stay 5 cycles in a year, so we are more than the human population required. That's why we are able to meet around 4 kilos requirement for every individual in the country. What is the big question here? Sir, how is this? It is growing 50 times. How is this growing 50 times in 32 days? Many of you would understand that many of you will would have faced a question saying that no sir, they are injecting hormones, they are injecting steroids, they are doing something which is abnormal, that it's a magic. Nothing. I always say, those of you even listened to earlier, I say use the same analogy of cricket. The cricket, we used to have 5 days match as a test match. Never we used to see any 6 there. We came to a format of 50-50 one day. We could see 4 in the morning session, 4 in the afternoon session. Now we have just concluded IPL. In that probably would have seen 1 over Virat Kohli or etc. hitting 6 balls, 6 sixes. My straight question is, are you injecting steroids for Virat Kohli? Are you giving any medication for Virat Kohli, hormones? He is hitting so much. There should be some mantra. No. He is selected and trained. Similarly, our broilers are being selected and trained for a better performance. Every year we pick up. Out of 10,000 birds, we may maximum pick up 500 in the North India, 500 in East India, 500 in West India, and 500 in South India, so that the best GPs are developed, grandparents are developed. From that, best parents are developed. From that, we will go with a huge way that improving every year 1 step, maybe 50 grams, maybe 100 grams, maybe about 100 grams in a couple of years. So it has taken a toil of more than 4 decades. When we were reading in college, the 2 kilos in 93, it used to take 8 weeks. So now we have come less than 5 weeks. So that is not a magic. That is, there is no drug involved here. It is purely because of selection. Similarly, if you see the picture of a broiler farm. So I would not give you business ideas now. I will teach you on Saturday, Friday, so that the whole idea. But please remember that broiler farming, I advise it should be a plug and play model. No construction. Use, if you see here, no construction means there is a stone, this is a stone, this is a kadpa slab, iron, asbestos sheet, and then this is the mesh. Everything can be removable. This is the automation of feeding and watering. This is the automation of drinking. So what I would advise for the investors or the entrepreneurs is, please plan broiler farming like a plug and play model. This laptop we have kept here, we will remove it later. Similarly, your investment also will be appreciated because you are not using any cement construction. Those of you will ask me, sir, we don't have stone in our area. What will we do? If you don't have stone in your area, use GI pipes or borewell pipes. Again, iron, so that there is no depreciation for these items which you are putting in. So the entire money is going to be appreciated in the future. So minimum investment in South India, we say, is 10,000 broilers, for which almost 12 lakh capital is required. I will teach you on this on the last day, so that let us listen all the techniques, management, diseases, nutrition, schemes, how the entrepreneurs are doing. I will teach you on the last day how to make money. So how really people are making money by investing in broiler farmers. 4 models are there: contract farming, own farming, shop model, shop come farm, farm model. Please remember that. I'll repeat. Number 1 model is contract farming. Number 2 model is own farming. Number 3 is shop alone. Number 4 is shop with farm. So I'll teach you all these 4 models, how everybody can be an entrepreneur. I will promise you that out of our experience of last 2.5 decades, people today are getting a minimum expected salary, I would say, of 50,000 per month just by 1 acre. If you have just 1 acre land, do a sincere hard work, you can definitely get 50,000 per month by a broiler farm, whether you do whatever the formats you want to have, whether you want to have a shop, whether you want to have a shop from farm, whether you want to have a contract farming, whether you want to do a own farming. But you need to be very sincere, hard worker. The simple message I want to give in the first day itself is, it is a 24-hour job. You cannot do telephone farming. Many of the entrepreneurs come to me by software sector taking an appointment. I tell them, are you ready to sleep in the farm in the evening 8 p.m. to morning 8 a.m. till first 15 days? First 15 days are like a mother taking care of the young baby for 6 months. Similarly, if you have a commitment, I will guarantee, my team will guarantee, our institute will guarantee that you can definitely earn a good money for your livelihood. And this is another slide which you have to remember. Why? Recent time you would have seen hatching egg prices reaching 35 rupees, 33, 35 rupees egg price. Chicks crossed 50 rupees, chicken crossed 200 rupees. The reason is this. Out of the 55 weeks, if you see, there are many black weeks, there are many green weeks. There will be only 22 weeks wherein the good demand. See, now people have put a lot of chicken for December, lot of chicken for New Year. So after the New Year goes off, then the market will come down. You have a lot of festivals, you have a lot of exams issues, you have a lot of weather changing issues. So chicken production is not a consistent demand driven sector. So you should notice that chicken sometimes goes high demand, sometimes goes into low demand. Please remember the first slide I showed you. In the case of onion, the similar pattern exists in poultry also. So this is the layer industry, where you can see 1.3 kilo bird has magically transformed into a machine. I would always call it as a machine. The reason is it consumes 120 grams of feed, gives you 60 grams of eggs almost every day. 320 to 340 eggs have become normal in the poultry farms. It's a magical. I would always compare the broiler as a batsman, the layer as a bowler. They're all selected. Remember Bumrah, remember Virat Kohli. So Virat Kohli, I would compare it like like a batsman and a broiler selected for fast. So these are like consistent performers. So you should know that they have been selected to produce more eggs. See the body weight here. The layer is a slender bird. Slender bird. So it will be not weighing more. So here we don't want weight. The bird has to be uniformly 1.3 kilos for all the 1 lakh birds. You'll be surprised now by my statement. Minimum 1 lakh is the entry barrier now. We have to keep 1 lakh birds to become a layer farmer. No doubt there are different models. I'll teach you at the end. You can have 500, you can have 200, you can have 300. So the policy has to be different for different people. If you are a volume player, you need to have a huge farming. If you are a value player, sir, I want to have a value player, then you will have a small farming concept. So this is a typical layer farm in India. If you see most of it are like cage units, you can see 100% production for about almost 20 weeks to 45 weeks. Around 25 weeks of production, you will have always a good quantum of production in crossing more than 95% in the farm. So these are the breeders. So I'm just introducing you now today. You will learn more on this in the whole week to come. So broilers are selected for meat production. Within 5 weeks, they attain 2 kilo body weights or 2.1 kilo body weight or 2.3 by 6 weeks. That is how it is going on. For the breeders, you can see here, they are the couple. They are the couple producing hatching eggs. That means fertilized eggs which can become chicks. So these are the eggs which are called as hatching eggs. Today market price may be more than 30 rupees in the market. So these chicks are expected around 145 chicks out of one parent stock. That means one female bird. So this is the picture of you to understand artificial insemination is the preferred method now over deep litter. Both are happening. So this is generally done in the breeding farms. So this is a typical broiler breeding farm. You can see in cages, this is in cages, this is in deep litter. So you can have a deep litter farm nicely spread out, so no hiccups. So you can have, choice is yours. Here natural mating, here artificially we are putting semen to the female bird for getting fertilized eggs. So this is now the order of the day. So now farming has become more a industrious approach. So if you go to Madhya Pradesh, if you go to Calcutta, if you go to Chandigarh, those areas in north, the temperature crosses 40 degrees. Temperature crosses 38, 40, 45 also. So what is the answer for them? The answer for them is automation. They are doing automated broiler farming. If you see, so nicely they will have environmentally controlled houses. And you can notice here, the silos are the only supply of feed. Everything is closed. It is an environmentally controlled house. So you will have a nice automated unit of feeding and watering. In each shed, you may have 1 lakh broilers. You may have 1 lakh broilers in each shed. So this is the automated layer farming. So here, if you see here, this is most common in Andhra. You see here, the feed is produced, automatically distributed in the sheds. Only egg collection you have to do, or sometimes even automated egg collection is also possible. So this is one unit which is an exemplary unit in India as a model. Many such units have come. Please go to YouTube and see Mega Poultry Farms. MEGHA, Mega Poultry Farm. So that is in YouTube. You can watch almost 20-minute video. This is a completely automated farm. One shed, you can see 4-tier system. 4-tier system, you can have almost 50,000 birds in one shed with one labor management. So these are the things which are happening. I'll tell you about the business and the concluding day. So this is again one more group called Lifeline Group. Our good friend Kishore Hegde, he is doing fantastic job of deep litter rearing of broiler breeders, broilers, even automated hatching egg collection, chicken shops, etc. So go to their website, Lifeline Group. This is our good friend Harish Garware. Proud, I would say that we are proud to have him as Indian multinational company. So Gartec is a company which is doing multinational production in African countries and European countries. Greenfield productions are available. So typically, those of you who have not seen a breeder farm, not seen a poultry farm, this is a typical picture you can remember. So hygienic, so clean. So you can always go any poultry farm or breeder. So the biosecurity which you are learning now in Corona, this was the order of the day for the poultry units for the last 4 decades. For the last 4 decades, nobody can enter a poultry farm without a shower. without a dust change, without a face mask, without a head cover, without a shoe cover. That is the level of biosecurity, because virus was always there in the poultry units. That means, in the sense, viral diseases was known to us, not corona. All other viral diseases was known to corona, known to poultry. The biosecurity, as we are now doing for humans, was the order of the day for the last two to 3 decades. So this is a typical another breeder unit. You would have wondered, sir, how is the feed for the poultry is made? Poultry feed is made in such beautiful, like a mall kind of a feed plant. It looks like a big mall. So big mall. You can see here, this is the silo holding the maize. These are the silos holding soya. So these are the silos holding soya, oil, and other things wonderfully well. That they produce such a quality feed. Probably we as humans may not have such balanced food. We would have consumed in the morning something chapati, something or dosa, idli, vada. We don't even calculate amino acid. Forget about energy and other thing. We don't do anything. But for the chickens, we give a very balanced diet. Chickens are being fed ideally specific protein, specific carbohydrate, specific fiber, specific energy, specific amino acids. That is why the output is fantastic. And this is again my good friend Shriya Suresh Babu. He has made a dust-free feed mill, 20 crore unit in Bangalore. So this is the picture of him. You can see this is my friend, and this is our team of colleagues when we visited. So the feed, which is you can see inside, it is like a cash and carry unit. So you can go to a metro, you find such a neatly organized shopping arena. Similar is the story of our poultry feed mills. These are a couple of other pictures of poultry feed mill. You can see here. So this is the biggest in Sneha group. Sneha group is the one which is coming in a big way. I think. Basha ji? Basha ji?
Yes, sir.
अब मेरा बैटरी कम है उधर का आपका है
नहीं इधर तो ठीक है इधर
थोड़ा इधर आ जाइए you might have to plug in your PC. So now if you see here the great way which you can see the silo which is growing in a very big way, almost like the 15-meter dia with a measurement of 15,000 metric ton, 15,000 metric tons of feed in the sense you can see here. So that is the thing which is coming in huge way. Almost, you can have 15,000 metric tons of feed being given for the silos. So this is the future for you. If you see how the future is coming, so future is, a huge way. Broiler can be done in cages. Broiler can be done in cages. You can have broilers in cage farming. So that will be the future. You can have breeders in cages in easy housings, and then you can have you can see here breeders in cages in automation. So this is a rural poultry. Let me just give you an idea because I'll be stopping in another 10 minutes. We'll be seeing that rural poultry, how things can work it out. So this is a simple model for you. I will teach you the business on the Thursday. So anybody who has just 200 rupees or even 500 rupees can do such a simple housing of 50 birds. If you can house simple 50 birds, sir, I have little money. I can go about doing this with the GI pipes. You can have GI pipes and do a simple housing system. So we have birds called asil, which are rural, very, very popular dual type of birds. We have a model for you. I'll teach you on Thursday. Make a note that if you rear desi chicken, if you rear asil birds, definitely you can plan to become an entrepreneur earning 50,000 salary per month. Maybe around 2-3 years you have to work hard, but definitely there is money. So you spend around 150 rupees, you can sell your chicken at 250 to 300 rupees per piece. That means per piece you can make more than 100 rupees. If I have around 2,000 birds, 100 into 2,000 is almost 2 lakhs. If I get 3 batches in a year, 6 lakhs, which translates into 50,000 rupees per month. So we have a wonderful variety called Kaveri. This is again an egg type of bird which is doing in the country. So we have ducks, we have turkeys. We are coming out with, there is a great demand for this course on alternate species. We will be coming on December 5th with a information day on chicken alternatives. Information day on chicken alternatives will be coming on 5th of December. to teach you on ducks, to teach you on turkeys, to teach you on quails, to teach you on guinea fowls. So my entire faculty is working on that project. So we'll be doing one-day workshop on alternate species, that is ducks, ducks, turkey, quail, and guinea fowl. So this is again another important topic for you. You need to know what is the procedure for obtaining a loan. I'll repeat here and I'll again repeat on Thursday, Friday. Please note that don't just go to the bank with some intention of taking a loan by just walking in. Don't ask the manager to give poultry loan. You should be well prepared. What is that you should ask is agriculture loan. There is no loan called poultry loan. So you have to go for agriculture loan application form, download it in the website or collect it from the bank, go with a ready agriculture loan application form filled in. Coupled with assets and liability statement, you should have assets matching to your borrowing. Suppose if I am borrowing 10 lakhs, I should pledge at least 15 lakhs of assets as per their valuation. Not that I will say this is 15 lakhs. No, as per the legal and engineering team evaluation, I should pledge 1.5 times of assets. And your liability statement, you have done some liability, you should give a liability statement. And then the project report. Entire detailed project report, DPR, not 2-page one, 30-page one. I will detail it either a chartered accountant or an experienced veterinarian who has a software, or a company can give you a detailed project report of 30-page. And letter from the company if you are doing a contract farming, or letter from the government if you are in a scheme, and a covering letter. So these are the 5 tips for you. Get prepared with the agricultural loan application form, assets and liability statement, project report, letter from the company if you are doing contract farming, if you are doing own, your supply letter, and a covering letter. Approach the bank. Once you approach the bank, bank will take another 15 days to 1 month to decide on your application. What bank will do, I'll repeat here, and then again I'll come back on Friday to tell you in detail. If you see here, bank manager will divide your application into 3. This is a very important thing for an entrepreneur. You should know it. What is this 3 copies? 1 copy will go to legal cell, where a lawyer and an engineer will decide on your authenticity of your papers and the valuation of your property. Similarly, the other copy will go to agriculture officer or a veterinary officer who is called appraisal officer. He will appraise your project as far the technicalities are concerned. Suppose if I want to show a number of profit, I can show that my bird attains 2 kilos in 4 weeks. I can show my bird gives 500 eggs. Bank manager will not know. The veterinarian or the agriculture officer will decide that the project is made as per the technical specifications, as per the scientific specifications. So that is the importance of the second copy which goes to the appraisal cell. If both of them put the stamp, the legal clearance, engineer statement, and the appraisal report, then you will be eligible for getting a loan. Please understand, I'll repeat again and again, don't go to a bank with one white paper, please give me from poultry loan. Go prepared with this, and you should know that your assets should be matching 1.5 times, and assets should be legally tenable, and it should be evaluated by engineer. And your project report should be again appraisal report. The veterinarian or the agriculture officer should give you an authentic certificate that yes, these are made as per the scientific norms. Once you do all that, I think more bank manager will be more than happy if you go with this thing. Don't spend more time with him. Maybe just 2 minutes is enough. So now I'll just quickly wrap up the trendsetters who are there already done such hard work. If you see one Happy Hen Farm, which is in Tirupur, they have become Entrepreneurs Award winner of Economic Times. What they are doing, they're just producing happy hens. Then you have a lot of digital companies coming into the market. You can see Licious, Fresh to Home, Delhi Bazaar. You can see, Tender Cuts. Majority of the companies are going online. Young youth like you, all people came to us. We started mentoring both Licious, Fresh to Home, or any companies based out of Bangalore. They would definitely not be CPDO&TI. They've come here. We have done their hand holding. We have done, assisting them that, how do you really shape up the market. They've gone into now aspiring unicorns, aspiring billionaires now. There is a lot of opportunity for all of you. So these are the companies which are there already existing in the market. So this is your outlet should be. So this should be your outlook of your outlet. You can see plenty of pictures I can show you. These are the different companies. So this is the Lifeline company. I want you all to see in the first day, please establish one simple such unit. Only this is enough, not this. Only this is enough. Remove this, you would have found a Airtel or a Vodafone shop. So you remove that sticker of Airtel or Vodafone, convert into your own chicken, your own, name, your own unit. So you can have a lot of opportunities today in the market. Can you see here, my good friend Prakash Shetty has established here such a beautiful chicken shop adjacent to a jewelry shop. See, can anybody dare to have such beautiful complex and establishing a chicken center adjacent to a nice jewelry shop? So he has the confidence. He has the confidence on hygiene. He has the confidence on food safety. He has the confidence that there is no smell cutting across the shops. So that is how your confidence should be. So you can have many more such shop pictures. So this is another interesting photo I want to show you. He is my good friend who came as a trainee here last year. We did on an on-campus training. He started his own shop by name Chicken Factory. What is the interesting aspect here? If you see a simple procedure, what he has put: a cutting table, a washing table, a cutting machine, breeding cone, descalding equipment, defeathering equipment, all in a very cozy small area, but he is able to generate a demand. So he has created a loyalty club card. So that is how you should be innovative. So what is the future? Future is Indian demography. India is a country for a reckoning, where you can see youth population is coming, protein requirement is increasing. You will have a great future for the demand for protein products, namely egg and chicken, maybe other products. So this is the world which you are living in. Today we are in social media. Today we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have etc, etc, etc. So all that being, you should keep in mind. You should recommend your product. You should go into the marketing of those lines. Sports is another arena where you can promote. And nicely, you have an opportunity to make money in your YouTube channels. If you see here, this gentleman, if you see, who is making, 10 lakhs a month. 10 lakhs a month. What is his idea? If you see, this fellow is having a brand called Village Food Factory. So he has come out with his cuisine. He is making it. You go and visit his YouTube channel. He makes almost, 3.1 million subscribers with 10 lakhs a month. YouTube pays him. I think I got stuck. Yeah, what are the advertisements which are happening? If you see here, the advertisements are a great opportunity for us. Many people are going in a big way. If you see, we are going in We Hate Meat. Next day, you will come out with an ad called We Love Meat. So this is the competition happening in India right now, to have their attention. So if you see, none other than Baba Ramdev and Shilpa Shetty, you see. So they have come out with new concepts. People are hiring Shilpa Shetty for promoting chicken products. So that is the change now. So everybody has understood that we have to be vegetarian, plus sometimes you can have a choice of taking a non-veg as a protein of your requirement if you wish to take. So now if you see the ad which we can go with Sneha has come, is a company in Hyderabad. So they have come out with recent IPL ad in their Instagram, in their status, biting nails or chicken. So watching IPL, you don't bite your nails and start eating chicken. That's the message. So innovative advertisements are required. And the government of India is not far. Government of India is coming out with a lot of, Twitters. If you see, strengthen your immunity with these essential foods. And none other than Hima Das, she has gone such a great mile. If you see, she attributed her performance once she joined Sports Authority, chicken and eggs daily. So that is her contribution of, to the poultry sector. She acknowledged it that they play a major role. And we have done a lot of marathons from many industrial bodies. We go in VIP is one body called Veterinarians in Poultry in Pune. So we do all India marathons to promote chicken and egg. So this is one of it in Pune and Chandigarh. We have done in Chilka Lake there. You can see here. And if you see, what is the message? The message I want to give you concludingly is that, create audiovisual aids. You can have it in schools, AI or virtual reality. That means artificial intelligence. So I can wear it. I can see how a broiler farm is there, how a layer farm is there. This should go to schools. Once children start appreciating our broiler farms, our layer farms, our breeding farms by virtual reality. Today, you need not have to come to CPDO for training. So we are having virtual meet together to make you appreciate. Same way we can show you the virtual reality tools can help you in a big way. So Egg Factory is another brand which is coming in a big way that, they're going for almost like, 75 lakh investment per shop so that they can make almost like, one egg 75 rupees. Hen Fruit is another company which is doing in North India and Chandigarh. They are marketing 7 lakh eggs. The question is, if you don't do it, if you don't become an entrepreneur, don't think that others will not do. This is the statement from a German company you see here, Arthur Foods. German quality made in India. It's a great statement. If you don't do it, they'll come here and do quality product and export to outside world. So we have concerns. That is no worry. So our products are ruled out from FSSI. You can see that this is the latest 16th October 2019 one said that meat and milk has no residues of any antibiotics, any chemicals. That is a wrong statements from many of the medias. We will go wrongly. Sometimes they depict it wrongly. We have a stress of water. Be careful about it. Have water conservation as a method in your offices, in your buildings. Store rainwater harvesting because water is a precious commodity. World wars can happen for the water. So plastic is another menace. Please handle it carefully. You can see here, you are producing every day 9,000 Asian elephants worth of plastic. Almost 86 jets of 747 plastic is produced per day. So this has to be processed or limited. So start using our age-old good concepts of cloth bags. So this is the difference. See that if you can gift a tree box to your neighbor, earlier it looks like this, now without green and with green. So these are the things which you can take it. Hope. This is the best statement. I always do it. 99-year-old Kerala man who has trekked Himalayas 29 times prepares for a 30th trek. So that should be the spirit for you. Don't lose heart. Have a principle of never give up in life. If you fix it, work hard. Hard work should be your mantra for achieving it. See, the message is clear. Even Government of India is thinking to include eggs, fish and meat in our midday meal schemes. Protein push, that is a Niti Aayog is pushing it. To conclude, you can see that 2 eggs a day, 3 times chicken a week can keep you normal. This is a picture of my own refrigerator. I wish that you balance your life like this, full of eggs, full of fruits, full of vegetables and chicken. So what are the new initiatives? See, now this online program is being taken up very nicely, Zoom and Facebook. So ultimately we have reached almost like an average 1.5 thousand viewers per day and then around the peak viewership of 7,000 in the Facebook. So this has gone online. You can see that publications are happening. So this is the Entrepreneurs Day. This is the EPAW, Entrepreneurs Awareness Week. So this is our own solar unit. In our training institute, we have set up 100 kilowatt solar unit in our training institute, meeting the requirements of now the training institute which you are running. So which we produce more power than we are consuming. The power production is more than the consumption. We are saving almost 30,000 a month in a poultry, duck and turkey unit. This is a small service we are doing to the nature by providing harnessing a natural service. And again, we have done 3 borewells water recharging. The message I want to give it clear is, this is the borewell. You can have a simple water recharging. This is the rainwater comes in here. You should use a hard borewell, hard gravel, small gravel, then charcoal, sand, and filter the water. So rainwater comes here, percolates into the tube well. This is called direct recharging of water. So you can see that this is the model. This picture is very, very important for those of you who want to do in your own way that in your farms. So this is the method which you are promoting. This is your own ad, entrepreneurship in Poultry Week. We have colored it. Any blue ad which comes in this color will be entrepreneurship ad. The entrepreneurs day ad which we have colored it as yellow. You can see the yellow ad. When you see yellow ad, the entrepreneurs day. We have done a branding so that you can identify by color itself what is the ad which we are coming. So this is for your Thursday. You can see that we are inviting Sean from Fest to Home, Ajay Deshpande, Dr. Ravindra Reddy, Mr. Suresh, Hare Krishna Deka, Lavita and Vanisa sisters, and Mahesh. So they'll be addressing you on Thursday on the Entrepreneurs Day. And recently, just on 21st, that's why I put the slide today itself. On 21st, we had a discussion on this topic in News X. One TV channel offering 1 hour of discussion on poultry. I think time has come for our sector. So our sector is now the sunshine sector. Bolta tha, nahi, sunshine bhi ho gaya, and then the sector is blooming now. Sector is coming after the shine. You can see now changing consumer behavior and opportunities for poultry industry was telecasted live in News X. Please go to the YouTube and type it. You will have 1 hour entire discussion by the luminaries of the poultry sector, which we have done in a big way. So thank you very much. This is our email ID, and I want you all to become this fish. Those of you joined in Facebook, those of you joined in Zoom, thank you very much for your time. You can become this fish because this is very, very common. So become a trendsetter with these few words. I conclude my talk here, and we will have a break. We will have a break now, maybe probably around 15 minutes break. Thank you, Shukla sir, you joined us. And you can see Dr. Krishnan is here. And we will have a 10-15 minutes break. Probably now around 12:10, 12:20 we'll join because Krishnan sir requires almost 1.5 hour to 2 hour comments. Sir, any quick comments from sir? Shukla sir?
It's a wonderful presentation. Everybody love to have it.
Sir.
Particularly, it has enlightened from all over aspects.
Sir.
And लोग जरूर इसको अच्छे से समझेंगे, देखेंगे.
Sir.
Wonderful speech, wonderful presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now we'll stop and we'll go for a break. We'll meet you exactly at 12:25. Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Mahesh, bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye. Mahesh, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಿದೆ, ನಾನು ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಸರ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ದು ಸ್ಪೀಚ್. ಹಾ, ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್. ತುಂಬಾ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಸರ್.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಅದೇ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು 15 ನಿಮಿಷ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ.
ಶೂರ್ ಸರ್, ಶೂರ್ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಸರ್ ಒಂಚೂರು ಲೈಟ್ ಫೇಸ್ಗೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸರ್. ಮುಖಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಬೇಡ, ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಲೈಟ್. Bashaji?
Okay.
Bashaji,
Yes, sir.
can we start? Because,
Yeah, you can start.
Press the slideshow.
So welcome back, everyone. Both Dr. Krishnan, Mr. Mahesh, and my colleague, Mr. Anuma Bashaji. Because of we are running little short of time, so without any much of this thing, I would introduce Dr. Krishnan, a well-known training faculty with the state government, and now is part of CPDO&TI. I always call him as Minister of External Affairs because he travels such at this young age. Now he's 65 plus. We were sending him across South India for all colleges, and he's such a nice PR for us. He has brought a lot of laurels and good connectivity for our institute. So he'll be taking you a tour of presentation, which he would be like, entire gamut of poultry will be covered by Dr. Krishnan. So without much of the time, all over to Dr. Krishnan, sir, for your presentation.
Thank you very much, Director, sir. Respected ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Krishnan, and I am with the CPDO, Esargata. My duties, I have already retired from state government, and now I am with the CPDO-TI. And my duties are I had to tour entire South India. There are nearly 5 or 6 states are there. Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andaman Nicobar, Lakshadweep, then Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Karnataka, all these places. And along with the veterinary colleges of those areas or Krishi Vignana Kendras, I am joining with them, that is the CPDO and TI, joining with them. And we are giving a 6 days poultry entrepreneurs training. And it has been going on very successfully from the last 5 years. And I am very happy with that because I like touring, I like to meet people, I like to discuss various things with farmers, with entrepreneurs, with successful people, and with the professors of poultry, teaching staff, all these people. I have been very happy in discussions. And I am also fluent with the 6 languages of South India, namely Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi, English, all these. That has come a very useful to me in touring all these places because wherever we go, we have to talk in their local language only. So we have been taking classes also there. And successfully, I have to say, with boldness, that our training from CPDO and TI Asargata, it is going on very successful, especially entrepreneurs training. From 2015 onwards, we have been touring all these places till now. But this year, what has happened is because of some corona problems, we are doing all these things in online. That's all. Friends, today I'll be describing everything on basic of poultry farming, such as a starter's place, you can say. So whoever wants to, in a medium scale, I'm not going for the very large scale or anything. In a medium scale, whatever a person, an average person in a village or any place can start the poultry farm or even terrace farm, they can start. Poultry, normally now we are dividing poultry as broilers and layers. Broilers means it is for the meat purpose and layers means it is for the egg purpose. The broilers today, we are these days, we are maintaining for 1 to 37 days, that's all. And during this period, a bird eats 3 kg 600 grams. And here, a kg of feed, of broiler feed costs around 34 to 35 rupees per kg. It's very costly, yeah, because it is a mixture of soya, maize, and all kinds of growth promoters and everything they add. And this is the, and a lot of other things also they add. And they are selling it for 34, 35 rupees per kg. And after eating this, it will give out a weight of 2.1 kg. That is known as live weight. Might ask what is the difference between live weight and another is dressed weight. It's nothing. In a kg of live weight, 700 will be the trust weight, 300 will go waste. That's a thing. And in broiler, mainly we are having, these are the main breeds: Cobb, Hubbard, Ross, Anak 2000, and a lot of other birds, breeds are also there. And broilers, the main thing what we look for is FCR, that is feed conversion ratio. So it should be less than 1.6. That is the best FCR we see. Of course, they say 1.4, 1.45 and all. These are all okay. But in the field condition with a farmer or anybody, it cannot be below 1.55. That is because I've been discussing with various middle class farmers and poor farmers, rich farmers. That's what I have come to a conclusion. We are on 1.55 to 1.6. That will be the thing. And coming to layer we are rearing for 1 to 72 weeks. Fortunately or unfortunately, in layers, we are selecting only female birds. So the hatchery has to give only female birds. There's no use of male birds. So we are rearing for 1 to 72 weeks and 1 to 8 weeks if they are chicks. 9 to 17 weeks, they are growing period, growers we call. From 18 weeks onwards, they start laying eggs till 72 weeks. And 72 weeks, it will be laying around 330 eggs during this period, 18 to 72 weeks. And a single bird eats from 1 to 72 weeks around 49 kg of feeds. That's the thing. And we have got different breeds also there: BB300, Babcock, Highlines, Bovens, a lot of other breeds are also there. That's the thing. Egg contains all these things. Mainly when we are looking at the protein point of it, it consists of, the whole egg consists of, whether it is albumin or yolk, it consists of 6.3 grams of protein in each egg. That's the thing. And human body requires the protein, which is very important for the development. And we are doing sheds. These are all environmentally maintained sheds. Why should we construct shed? We have to construct shed in order to protect the birds against sunlight, cold, rain, rats, snakes, human theft, and all these things. We got to protect the birds against all these things. And a low-cost shed, a poor man also can build. So he uses old bricks and mud wall and thatched roof with a coconut tree, palm trees, and he uses for the flooring, cow dung smeared flooring, and ventilation also he gives, a little bit wire mesh ventilation he gives, and average feed, whatever he can give, he gives feed and he survives. That's how the low-cost sheds are for the poor people. And when we are going for the middle class people, how they construct the shed is, in the center, it should be 17 feet slab stone we have to take. You can see this is the one, slab stone 17 feet. 3 feet should go inside the earth, so that it will be only 14 feet. And both the sides, it should be 11 feet slab stone we have to take, and 3 feet will go inside the earth, and it will be around 8 feet on the sides. And out of the 8 feet slab stone, which we are seeing, and nearly 6.5 feet will be the wire mesh ventilation, which you are seeing, and around 1.5 feet will be the brickwork or slab stone work, whatever. Brickwork is the best word for it. So that's the thing going on. And the flooring could be Kadapa stone, that is the flooring, could be Kadapa stone or slab stone or rough cemented flooring, that could be the flooring. Or you need not do any of these things. You can just do cow dung smearing, that is enough, that itself is flooring. And on the roof, we can build the roof with bamboo, survey woods, bamboo woods, and this what we call beetle nut rafters. With these things you can make, and the length of the shed should be around 100 or 200 or 300 feet it could be. And the width of the shed should never exceed more than 22 feet, because once exceeds its 22 feet, then there will be bending on the roof side of the sheds. And such kind of sheds will be there for about 20 to 25 years. In whatever rain and sunlight, it will be there. That's the thing. This is a middle class shed. It will be costing around 150 rupees per square feet as on today's rate. It will be. So this is the middle class shed which you are seeing from the outside. So he has put a tile roof on the roof with all bamboo and all these things. Then all kind of wire mesh ventilation. He has left nearly 6.5 feet wire mesh ventilation is there in order to that expelling of ammonia gas, and free flow of oxygen should be there. That's very important. 6.5 feet wire mesh ventilation. And he has also put a tarpaul sheet. So whenever sunlight or rainfall comes, he can use that tarpaul sheet or plastic sheets. Is a clean shed. When they are cleaning the shed, even the outside around 6 to 8 feet also should be cleaned. All the grass, everything, plants should be cut, and some kind of disinfectant you can spray on the outside also, so that ticks and mites will not enter the farm inside the birds. That's very important for the thing. And this is already, the shed is cleaned, and they are done whitewash, lime wash they are given. While giving lime wash on the floor also, it is a cow dung, floor is a cow dung smeared flooring, and they have whitewash on the flooring also. And what you see, the heaps is nothing but it is all paddy husk. That's all. The shed is ready. Then they have closed all these with the plastic sheets, so that to arrival of the chicks. So chick brooding will be ready in these sheds. So the high cost shed should be 500 feet away from these local birds or other poultry farms, and should have electricity, water supply, proper roads, fencing, land surface. The shed can be built with iron girders, aspera sheet, angles and everything. And the width of the shed could be between 35 to 40 feet also should be there. That's the thing. This is a high cost shed. So this is a high cost shed only. You can see the asbestos sheet and iron girders, angles, everything is being placed on the roof. And this is an automation shed. You can see the feeding pan and everything. The ventilation is around 6.5 feet side ventilation is there. It's automation shed. And this is an incinerator for burning out the dead birds. So that's the thing. Smokeless it is. And the poultry, you can rear it into two forms. One is deep litter, what we call, and another is the cage system. In deep litter, we will have the flooring like kadapa stone, slab stone, the rough cemented flooring, or cow dung smeared flooring. Over this, you are putting the paddy husk. It should be dry paddy husk, either paddy husk or sawdust or groundnut. And in Tamil Nadu, they add this cocoa pea also. That 2 to 3 to 4 inches it should be there. Mainly for a layer, they put till 5 inches this paddy husk and all. And for the broilers, it is okay for 2 inches or 3 inches height. That is okay. And the main important in these paddy husk, I think it should be turning the litter. That is very important. So this is the cage system. So it is a 2-tier or 3-tier system we call. Is a 1, 2 tier on the top, whatever here, 1 tier, 2 tier, here also 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier system is there. So the droppings, whenever the birds drop the fecal thing, it will actually go down. So this is the advantage of cage system. And you can also see the difference between cage system. You can rear, the layer birds are normally reared in the system. And you can see the advantage and disadvantage of deep litter and cage system. Deep litter system advantages are, disadvantages are litter-borne infections like coccidiosis, salmonella diseases are likely to spread. And another thing is more employees are required. For example, 5,000 birds, broilers, you require 1 employee. So like that, more employees are required. And more feeds are also required, because a bird runs around the entire length and breadth of the shed. So it requires, the energy is lost. It requires more feed. So that's how the cages. Cost factor is the main disadvantage because you have to spend a lot for all these uh, sheds, uh, cage systems. Then it is made out of GI sheets, all these things. And you require, the advantages, you require less employees for the things. And nowadays, everything has gone for automation. Most of the people who have money, they put on automation. So all these things, cage is another form to automation system. And you require very, very less employees are there. In automation system, automatic waterers, that is nipple drinker system or anything, and another feeding system is also automation. Then even egg movement, if it is layers, egg movement, or even if it is broilers, after 35 or 40 days, it will slide down in the thing. So that is at advantages of automation. The thing is, you should have electricity or generator. These are the things important. And less diseases. That's also, mainly you have to be very watchful of, especially when I said salmonella. Salmonella is a very horrible disease. Mainly it spreads through, if one bird gets in the, depleter system, the other birds are also, chances of getting are there. And another thing is, it is also a transovariance transmission. It gets a disease, salmonella, from parent stock also. So you got to do, for the parent stock, you have to do antigen testing is there. Then on the area, once if a bird gets, you have to remove that bird and positive bird, and you have to remove that litter also, you have to change. That's very important. Even with the coccidiosis, you have to change the deep litter, means you have to change the litter, entire litter, and you have to bring it, because of these are all litter-borne diseases. The diseases are in deep, they will be explaining you in another class. And let me go to hatchery. The hatchery, you require parent stock. See, one, if anybody wants to start, you should have three things in mind to start a hatchery. One is parent stock, second is machinery, third is marketing capacity. These three things are very important. Parent stock means, supposing we are having cob, that's a breed, broiler breed. We should have male and female birds, and 1:8 ratio, 1 male and 8 females. You should have either natural mating after 22 weeks, we can start, or we can do artificial insemination, pull out the semen from, there are different techniques are there, pull out the semen from male birds once in 3 days and inseminate to female birds once in 3 days. That you can inseminate to, from one semen pulling, you can inseminate to 8 or to 10 birds, you can inseminate the female birds. That's the thing, once in 3 days. This is how. And after insemination, you are finding the eggs. They are laying eggs after 22 weeks. And these are the parent stock eggs. See, the eggs you can see is a small one. Then this is a extraordinary shaped egg, elongated shape, I can say. And this is the normal egg, it's a broken egg, dung smeared egg, and this is a large egg. So all these eggs are not being used in the hatchery, excepting this one, it's a normal egg. The other, of course, the other, these eggs also, if you keep it in the incubator, it gives out chicks. But what happens is here, extra large, when you keep it, it gives out 2 chicks. And what happens, a double yolk, we say normally, and they both will be very small. And this is a broken egg, this normal dung smeared eggs, they spread salmonella. If it is little bit dung, it's okay, because you can clean it with, never clean it with water. It can clean it with 0 sandpaper, that's a thing, and you can use it. Never wash the eggs in the hatchery with water. The small egg, so you'll be getting around 20 grams or below 20 grams of chick, and that's how. And these are extraordinary. The second one which you are seeing, either will be it will be limping, the chicks will be limping. Such problems will be there. That's why we don't use all these in the hatchery. And one thing, before hatchery, we also do fumigation before keeping in the is an incubator. Before keeping in the incubator, normally after collection of eggs from the sheds, we keep it. We keep it in the this one, what is that? Fumigation room. Fumigation is nothing but potassium permanganate and formaldehyde. It is 1:2. If 1 gram of potassium permanganate plus 2 ml of formaldehyde. You have to close all the doors and windows, and you have to put it until the fumes are slightly, it should not be inhaled. The person who is using it, you have to wear all kind of mask and everything, and he has to come out immediately after closing the door. It has to be there for 1 day. And then the next day you can open it. You can set the eggs in the setter tray, the incubator, or you can keep it in the air cooled room. That's the thing. So here in the setter tray, the temperature, you can switch on the thing, and it should be, the temperature should be 99 degree Fahrenheit, and humidity should be around 60% should be the humidity, and you have to keep it for 18 days. It will be automatically turning. And one thing here, the temperature, the electricity is 24 hours. If you don't have the, supposing the electricity goes off, means either you have to switch on the incubator, the generator, or UPS, one of these things you have to switch on. So electricity is 24 hours. That's the thing. And here, we after 18 days, we are doing colored, they are colored eggs. We are candling on the 18th day. After candling, whichever egg that is, the chicks are growing, we can see, and they should be transferred to the hatcher tray. Hatcher tray also same temperature, slightly increased in humidity, around 70% should be the humidity. That's all. And the temperature is between 98, 99 degree Fahrenheit, it should be. That's a thing. And these are all, we are doing candling on the 18th day, because most of these local birds are all colored eggs, light brown colored eggs. So when in the private commercial farms, you can see they are all in white colored eggs. So you can candle on the 7th day itself, and you can continue with the setter tray only, the positive ones. The negative, which are infertile, what we say, you have to just remove it, that part. And the temperature is, you have to maintain at 99 degree Fahrenheit, and it is 24 hours electricity is there. Sometimes electricity goes off. Then again, in small farms, even the generator gives hot. That also goes some kind of problems. So what you got to do in that situation is, you have to slightly open the door of the incubator, slightly open the door so that the airflow should be there. For 1 hour, you can be like this. Nothing is going to happen with the chicks. And immediately you have to make arrangements with the UPS or generator or electricity, whatever you have to do within that 1 hour. That's all. So this is about the setter tray and hatcher tray. So here you are finding we are done candling. So in the candling, you can see here, these 2 eggs in the middle, they are slightly brownish in color. So these are known as infertile eggs. There's nothing, the chicks are not growing in these. So all these black in which you are seeing, the chicks are growing in the egg. So this is the 18th day which we are done candling. So these 2 should be removed and should not be kept in the hatcher. All these eggs can be kept in the hatcher after 18th day. That's all. This is candling. So after the candling, you are keeping in the hatcher tray. Hatcher tray 3 days. So 18 Saturday, hatcher tray 3 days. So 18 plus 3, 21 days. All the chicks are come out. This is a hatcher tray. So already the chicks have come out. So these are the chicks. Chicks come out by pepping. That's a thing. So in the hatcher tray, it is there. You can see some of the chicks have already come out. In this egg, still actually it is pepping. Little bit the skin of the egg has broken, and it will come out in another half an hour. That's the thing. So once the chicks come out, you have to pack it in all these boxes, and air holes are there. Pack it in by, it can be sent by train, bus, lorry, car, or even flight. You can send it. So 24 to 48 hours, it doesn't require any feed or water. That's all. Except in summer months, you got to keep some kind of watermelon pieces or something, because it has to go very far distance means. That is what we have to do it. So once it reaches the farm, you have to do brooding. Brooding is nothing but, see in the incubator, the chicks were in 99 degrees Fahrenheit. So when you bring it out in the open area, it will be around 75 to 80, 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So out of the cold shock, the chicks will die and are uncomfortable. So in order to maintain the warmth in the chicks, we do brooding. Brooding can be done by infrared bulbs, canopy brooding, gas brooders, charcoal brooders, everything we can do. So during brooding, 1 minute. During brooding, you have to cover, I said that nearly 6.5 feet is the wire mesh ventilation. So you have to cover this ventilation also with a tarpaulin sheet or something like that. That's very important. It should be warm inside. And this is the charcoal brooding. Charcoal brooding, every 8 hours, the charcoal becomes ash. And you have to remove the ash and you have to add charcoal every 8 hours. See, in the charcoal brooding is very important is there will be carbon dioxide will be formed. So when you are closing this entire thing, so the free oxygen will not be there. There will be a lot of carbon dioxide. So you got to be careful in this. So the birds become, because of the respiratory distress, they may even die also. So every 2 to 3 hours, you got to just open this tarpaulin sheet at least for about 20 minutes, and then again you have to close it. Then that is how you have to do, mainly for charcoal brooding, so that to relieve the respiratory distress in the chicks. You can also, this is water they are given. In the initial stage, you have to give sugar water, what we call is electrol plus glucose water, 1 spoon of electrol and 1 spoon of glucose powder in 1 liter of water. That should be sufficient for about 100 chicks. And you have to keep it in this. So these are the gas brooders. These gas brooders are okay for 1,500 chicks. And here it is a coil brooders. This is the ordinary bulb, 60 watts or 100 watts bulb it is there. The whole principle behind this brooding is for a chick, you have to give 1 watts. That's very important. And this is, we use this environmentally maintained sheds. There's a brooding. It will be moving actually to the entire shed. And this is again a brooder thing. See, here I want to show you one defective thing what has happened. See, when you start these brooding lights, all the chicks have gone to the border area. So the indication is here the heat is more. So that's the thing. So what you have to do is you have to just raise it on the top. So if you raise it, then the chicks will be moving. So this is the correct thing. So the chicks are moving everywhere. That's very important in the chicks maintenance. Brooding management is very important. First, if the brooding management is good, your broilers and layers will be in good form. Otherwise, if the initial stage brooding is very poor, then you will have. And brooding depends upon, again, you may ask how many weeks you have to give, whether it is 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. It all depends upon the external temperature. Supposing if it is very chilly weather, supposing November, December, January, it is chilly weather in places like Ooty, I'm sorry, in South India, I'm telling, Ooty, Kodaikanal and all, you got to give for 4 weeks in winter time. Suppose if it is Hyderabad, Chennai and all these places where it is severe hot, especially in summer, from February, March, April, May, it is enough if you give for 10 days. In Bangalore, around 2 to 3 weeks you can keep. That's the thing. It depends upon, everything depends upon the external temperature. That's how the brooding will be done. And this is the infrared white bulb. So infrared white bulb is manufactured by Philips company. It's 250 watts. We have to give 1 watt per chick. And this is a brooding guard which you are seeing. Brooding guard should be around 1.5 feet height should be there so that the chick should not jump. That's very important in this. And the 2 brooding guards are joined, and you are putting inside a paddy husk, and over that you are putting a newspaper. You are putting a newspaper in such a way that the chick should not mistaken it for feeds. So that's why. And after 3 or 4 days, you can remove that newspaper. That's also very important. It will be filled with the dung and everything. The initial stage you have to give, of course, sugar, water, that is electrol and glucose. And after that, you can start with chick mash. chick starter, whatever you say. This is an infrared white bulb. So this is canopy brooding. There are about 5 holes are made in the GI sheet, and 60 watts or 40 watts bulb, you can fix it. So this is canopy brooding. The chicks are everywhere. So there's a good height of the brooding light. So a broiler bird eats around 3 kg, 600 grams. First week, second week, I noted. The starting, it may eat, first day itself, it may eat around 10 grams, that's all. That slowly it will increase to 15 grams, 20 grams. So the first week, average 20 grams it will take. Second week, 20 into 7 days. That is 140 grams in the first week. Second week, third week, like that. The total, if you say, it will be, so these are, you can see, is a broiler feed, pre-starter feeds, we say, broiler finisher feeds. This is in pellets form. So construction of shed for 1,000 birds, you require about 4 lakhs 20,000 rupees, and you have non-rearing and rearing recurring expenses. You can just photograph this, so that's very important. So these are all non-recurring. The other one is recurring. And the birds, after 37 days or 40 days or 45 days, it will be weighing around 2.2 kg broiler weight, and you will get an average of 17. Here I have written, don't never dream that from January to December you will get it. See, the profit a person can get is from 50 rupees wholesale, from 50 rupees to 110 rupees. That's a wholesale lifting rate. So 50 rupees means he'll be at a loss also sometimes. So you got to be very careful, especially in certain months. People don't eat this chicken meat and all certain in the year from January to December. In certain months like this Dasara, then Eid Milad, Ramzan, Christmas, so the Deepavali. So during these times, people eat. There's a good expenditure on this poultry meat. There's a demand is there, so you can get good money during those periods. So I think. Then we have this broiler farming. We have this content or integration marketing. What you got today is you have to have a hygienic shed, and company route should be there. So they'll come into an agreement, and then they will supply chicks free, feed free, supervision, daily supervision will be there for calculating dead birds and other things. Then healthcare, they will coach you. They will first time they will teach you, coach you everything. Then after about 37 days or 40 days or 45 days, they will weigh the birds, they will lift it and go. And they will give you around 4 to 8 rupees per kg body weight. That's the thing. In a year, they will give 4 or 5 batches, and that's the thing. Their main criteria of giving 4 to 8 rupees is different companies give different rates based on, one is FCR, feed conversion ratio. It should be around 1.55 or 1.6. And second is cost of production. So these are the two things they calculate, and calculate the amount to be given to the entrepreneurs. Then your expenditures on labor, electricity, water facilities, healthcare. Healthcare means you have to purchase the vaccine, medicines and all, and they will teach you how to give it. That's the thing. So now you can say nearly about 70% of the broiler farming in India, they are only through contract marketing or integration marketing, because you are not able to, in large quantities, you may not be able to market. So this is the best. If you have market, okay, well and good. If you don't have market, so this contract marketing, integration marketing is the best. Now poultry diseases, they'll be explained in detail. Just I am giving poultry diseases caused because of infestations due to chemical poisons from the feed ingredients, then all kinds of pesticides and everything, rust contamination, then nutritional deficiency, protein or minerals in the feeds. If it is deficient also or in excess, also they get problems, birds. Then traumatic condition, transportation, debeaking, then what is it? Cannibalism, rats and dogs, band handling during vaccination, debeaking, all these, they get injury. And for infestations, we have external like lice, ticks, mites. And for these things, what we are using is we are dipping the birds in normally Botox. There's a thing is there. The Botox, we just dip it. Botox along with water we add, and we dip it the birds for about 3 seconds, and immediately we leave it in the this thing. Supposing you are spraying with Botox, you have to remove all the water, drinking water, and the feed content, everything you have to remove. Only then you have to spray. Then the second is the internal parasites. Internal parasites is they may be roundworms, tapeworms, and all these things. Or you can give either albendazole or levamisole, all these piperazine adipate, all these things you can feed it in water. Once in 6 months you can give. That's more than enough. So they can take a photograph of this. So this is a thing, just around 8 diseases I have projected. These are common diseases. Other diseases also there. Coccidiosis, Ranicate, Gumboro. Most of these diseases, they don't have this treatment or anything. You got to get sound vaccinations. That's very important. You got 2 zoonotic disease also. There is human to birds to humans. That is salmonella and bird flu. These are zoonotic diseases. You have got to be very careful with these diseases also. That's the thing. Now the guidelines for biosecurity is you have to disinfect an entrance. 6.5 feet wire mesh ventilation should be there. Per broiler, you have to give 1 to 1.25 square feet. You have to disease-free parents, you have to purchase chicks from such hatcheries. Main disease-free means salmonella. That's very important. Day-old chicks must weigh, whenever they supply the chicks, it should weigh 40 grams. 39 grams should be the day-old chick weight. Then water analysis has to be done. Water analysis, water in the water, microorganisms should not be there more, and even like E. coli and all should not be there. You have to add water sanitizers and everything, and also the fluorine content, mercury, cadmium, and all these things. And water required is age into birds into 2 per 100 birds. That's the thing. This is a water analysis which I have done: RCM, arsenic, cadmium, copper. So for the birds or for the human being, that should be the maximum limit. More than this, it should not be there. Is the last is a hard water. Hard water should be avoided. The hardness, I have said acceptable hardness. All these things are acceptable things. So even the fluorine content, it will affect the bones in the either human body or even the chicks also it will affect. So the hardness also, these are the problems. So field delivery should be packed and it should be manufactured for 1 week. That's all. That's very important. And mostly pelleted feeds they are giving. The feeds come in 3 forms. One is mash, powdered mash, which we give for chicks, chick mash we say. Then crumbles. Then we give pellet feeds. These are the things. Vaccinate only the healthy birds. And you have to do reconstitution. Reconstituted vaccine should be used within 2 hours. You cannot keep again after reconstitution. You cannot keep it again in the fridge. You have to discard. How to discard? You have to burn and destroy the vaccines, the leftover vaccines. That's the thing, and vials and everything. Conduct vaccinations mainly in cool hours. While giving drinking water vaccinations, kindly don't add these water sanitizers. Very important. Chlorine and all these things you should not add during the water vaccination time. So these are the spreading of disease, transovarian disease forms and everything, airborne infection, stress, removal of old meat, preparation of broilers. If it is a cow dung smear, you have to take the upper layer and you have to remove it, and you have to keep the vacant after all this cleaning and all for 10 days, and then you have to use preparation of all those. Erythritol and glucose is there. First you have to give to the chicks only this one. Sometimes very poor people, they don't have money to buy this erythritol and glucose. So such people, what they have to do is they have to go for 1 spoon of sugar plus some 3 or 4, 5 or 6 crystals, salt crystals they have to add, and they have to feed the chicks. That's a thing. Then afterwards they can give the feeds. So this is the thing. After 1 hour, you can give, after glucose and electrol, you can give the chick mash. Whatever you are saying is chick mash. That's the thing. We're starting. Vaccinate as per schedule. And we are having all these native birds. So this is asil, which we are having in our farm. That is CPDO&TI. We are having asil and Kaveri. These two breeds we are having. These are all different breeds throughout India. Kadaknath, this is actually origin is Jhabua district in Madhya Pradesh, but here in Tamil Nadu it has become famous, and of course it has got a little bit of protein. The meat and the eggs, it has got a little bit of more of protein percentage is there, and people have believed that it is good for medicinal purposes. That also in Tamil Nadu they are following this. That's the thing. These are all different breeds. Andaman Nicobar, you find Nicobar breeds. Short legs will be there. That's the thing. Telicheri. White Lagaran, Australap, Asil, again I said we have. This naked neck is good. Supposing if the external temperature is slightly high during the summer, the best local bird will be naked neck, which is available in Chennai, Madhavaram with the veterinary university. It is available. And this is a naked neck, you can see. So this can withstand a lot of heat in the summer time. It's a big good breed. Again, Kadaknath, which I said, here again, Jhabua district thing. Here the blood and meat are black in color. That's why it has got a higher protein percentage. Improved varieties, Vanaraja, Giriraja, Vanaraja. Giriraja is in Bangalore, Vanaraja is in Telugu, that is Andhra Pradesh. Gramasri Nandanam broilers in Tamil Nadu. Swarnadhara is in Bangalore Veterinary College. Nandanam again in Tamil Nadu with the Veterinary University. Kaveri, we have Kaveri and Asil breeds. So these are all local breeds which you are seeing. So this is the growth of egg daily for 21 days. This is a thing. On the third day, a circulatory system has developed. Slowly, the body size also has increased. You can just see. So these are the things. This is 11th day, 12th day, 13th day, 14th day, 15 to 20, 19 days. And slowly on the 20th day, it is pecking. And 21st day, chicks have come out. Now we shall go for a little bit on Japanese coils. Japanese coils, we rear it for 1 to 80 to 30 days. That is 28 days. That is for, and during this period, a single bird eats around half a kg of feed. Here the protein, the feed consists of protein part is very important. Japanese coils require a lot of protein part. And after 30 days, if you just see the weight, it will be around less than around 200 kg, 225 grams. I'm sorry, not kg, 200 to 225 grams it will be there. We sold in 35 to 40 rupees. And after about 6th week, it will start laying eggs till 48 weeks. It will lay around 200 eggs. It will be laying around. Each egg will be 12 to 14 grams. That's the thing. There's no vaccines for these birds, but of course, certain diseases like E. coli, Escherichia coli, ulcerative enteritis, broader pneumonia, fungal infections are there. In the out of the eggs, they prepare egg pickle also. This is a chart which I have taken from Madras Veterinary College. So quail eggs, they are finding all these things and take a photograph also immediately. So these they do the pickles out of this. So these are the Japanese quails. So each egg will be 12 to 14 grams will be the weight. These are the quail eggs. These are all quails. Now you can find guinea fowls. Guinea fowls, they are normally in Bihar, on the Uttar Pradesh in those areas, Madhya Pradesh in those areas. And their people are eating and will lay around 100 to 200, 100 to 120 eggs, and around 1.5 kg will be the weight around 24 weeks. And of course, lot of diseases will not be there, but still you got to vaccinate with the Ranicate. Ranicate is a horrible disease. You have to give vaccination. You have to do booster vaccination also. And these are the guinea fowls. We have turkey. Turkey, we have two types of breeds, broad-breasted bronze and broad-breasted white. These are the two things. So we are having, so the turkey, we are rearing for around 30 weeks. After 30 weeks, it will start laying eggs. So in commercial farm, you can rear it for 30 weeks, means around, it will be gaining weight of nearly 6 kg in females and around 8 to 9 kg in males, and even 10 kg also in males will be there. So one bird, one young one, we call it as Tom. I'm sorry, Poult, we call the young ones. It requires 1.5 square feet area, and if it is big, the turkey bird is big, it requires 3 to 4 feet, square feet for bigger birds. That's a thing. So after 32 weeks, it will start laying eggs. Around 80 to 100 eggs it will be laying. And of course, deworming we have to do every once in 3 months. We have to do deworming. If there are ticks or mites, we have to do dipping of in Botox and water, mix it. So these are the broad-breasted bronze. What you are saying, black is the broad-breasted bronze. The white is the broad-breasted white breeds. You can see the male and the female birds. We have ducks. Ducks, we have khaki camel and white pecking. Khaki camel is mainly for egg variety, and white pecking is mainly for meat variety. And khaki camel will lay around 250 to 300 eggs, and the white pecking, the body weight will be around 2.5 kg will be the body weight, and in 42 days. That's the thing. And ducks are very popular in Kerala, mainly where there are backwaters. So Kerala, Pondicherry, and West Bengal, Calcutta, all those northeastern regions, they are very famous. These are ducks. People consume a lot of duck meat. That's the thing. So ducks, these khaki camel and white pecking, both the breeds are available with us. And so also turkey birds, the breeds I said, both are also available with us. That's the thing. So these are the duck breeds. Duck require a lot of water content. It's important. The ducks, there's a white pecking, what you are called a grown-up bird. And here in the small shops, if they want to start these slaughtering things, so this is the killing cone. So what we say, the head will come down and the back portion will be on the top. That is the thing here. The head will come down so that they can do halal method of cutting. There's a halal method, and bleeding is done. This is a scalding tank, that is, it will be around 60 degrees centigrade. It will be boiling water. So the birds have been dipped to for 4 to 5 minutes, it has to be dipped. And this is the defeathering machine. So the entire feathers will be removed. And this is the cutter, that is the portioning machine into portions. And this is a vacuum packing. So finally after slaughtering, they are doing this is a vacuum packing. What he is showing, the teacher is showing. So vacuum packed meat. This is taken from Vartanadu Veterinary College, Tanjavur, near Tanjavur. So this is a scalding tank, hot water. So local birds are there. We have all Kaveri, Asil, Kalinga Cross, Giriraja, Vanaraja, Karigo, all these things are there throughout South India. Gram Priya, Swarnadhara, Gram Lakshmi, Gramashri, Nandanam. See, for a local breeds, my suggestion is you should not build costly sheds, neither you should build very cheap sheds also. The average shed which you are seeing there, this shed, like this shed should be there. And also costly feed also you should not give. Broiler feeds, as I told you, it's around 34 to 35 rupees, and layer feeds is around 25 rupees. So you should not feed all these costly feeds. Should give some kind of average cheap foods. So these birds can be reared in three. These local birds can be reared in 3 forms. One is scavenging system. Second is semi-intensive system, and what you are seeing here is the intensive system of breeding. So in the intensive system, what certain farmers do is they keep large number of local birds, and they are taking either broiler layer feeds 50%, and to that 50% they are adding all ragi powder, rice bran, wheat bran, and everything they are adding. Then they are also giving all kinds of cabbage leaves, then other carrot leaves and all these things, and they are feeding. So that is a type of mixed feed what they are doing in the intensive system. So this is the intensive system of maintaining the local birds. This is brooding course. So this is the thing what I want to tell is semi-intensive. Most of these local breeds require, it is a free range system. This is how you have to rear it. So the shed will be there. Shed is okay to prevent the birds against sunlight, rainfall, and then when the night comes, it will be there inside. Then once in the morning comes, it will be on the 1:5. The square feet should be, the space area should be, if it is 1 feet, 1 square feet you are giving in the shed, 5 square feet you have to keep outside, free range. You can have a fenced area or garden area, and you can leave the birds in the morning. They should take their own food. That also should be there from the earth. They should be taking their own food. Scavenging system is also there, because the birds will be eating all kinds of in the garbage things, and all the gutter area, it will be drinking water in the gutter area. All these things will be there. Here, the internees, they come regularly to our farm. CPDO&TI, Esarghatta, they come regularly from all the 7 to 8 veterinary colleges of South India, and they are giving these vaccinations. You can see, observe, they are doing eye vaccination. That is nothing but Lasota, we say, or Raniket. On the 7th day, eye drops vaccination they are giving. And the feeding for these local birds consists of 4 things. One is carbohydrate food, energy foods. Second is protein part. Third is minerals. Fourth is vitamins. So the carbohydrate food in the local area, what you are finding is, I already told you should not feed costly feeds to the local birds. So then what you have got to be? You got to be whatever is available in your area, like rice bran, wheat bran, maize bran, sorghum, ragi powder, then meal waste, food go down waste, cassava, that is a sweet potato, then kitchen waste, palm oil, and all these things. Then protein parts should necessarily consist of plant source and animal source. Cassava, that is cassava leaves, that is these are sweet potato things, leaves, papaya leaves, drumstick leaves, azola, then hydroponics, feather meal. You can take a photograph of all these things. Then peas, beans, oil cake from sunflower, groundnut cake, all these things you can give. The animal source consists of earthworms, termites, insects, maggots, meat scraps from bone meal, meat scraps, bone meal, blood meal, everything from slaughterhouses, fish scraps, larvae of soldier fly, black soldier fly. This is hydroponics. These are again hydroponics. This is azola. Then this is what is that? Papaya leaves, and this is a drumstick leaves. This is a plantain leaves. You can give this also. Can chop it and give it. This is a larva of black soldier fly. This is a high protein content you can give to the birds. Now even for the broilers also they are giving. Broiler and layer they are giving this high protein diet. That's the thing. So now minerals. Minerals consist of egg shells, shell grits, snails, vegetable sources, bone meal, egg shells, calcium, and everything. Then vitamins, waste fruits, vegetables. Whatever you are feeding for all these birds, I'll tell you 2 things are important. Whether you are feeding with cabbage leaves and carrot leaves and all these things. What you have to be with it? These pesticides infected feeds, that should be cleaned with water, or pesticides sprayed. These vegetables should not be fed to the birds. That's one thing. Now the second is, it should not contain this fungal infection in all these whatever carbohydrate food you are giving or other foods you are giving. It should not contain, that is rice bran, wheat bran, all these things, maize and all these things should not contain this fungal infection. They'll be converted to aflatoxin, and kidneys and liver will be damaged and birds will die. That's the thing. So I got to be careful with these 2 types of feeding. And of course, all these also comes with all endoparasites. You got to give pipazine, adipate, albendazole, levamisole in drinking water once in 4 months or 6 months, starting from 8th week onwards. Then ectoparasites, like I said, butox, dipping, also you got to do. These are dressing plant you have to give. These are dressing plant. The first step is big slaughterhouses and all. First is hanging. For that, so that they will observe. Then stunning by electric shock, they will give electric shock after 24 hours of this one. What is that? Hanging. Then killing tray, killing by that is a halal method of killing, and bleeding through. Then collection of blood. Then afterwards, scalding tank, that is, I said, 60 degrees centigrade for 3 to 4 minutes, hot water. Then disc plucker, then head puller and remover, and hawk remover, cutter and remover. Then evisceration, all these intestines, everything will be removed. And this is a screw chiller, that cold water and hot water will be simultaneously, will be done in this. Then drip drum, then bird collection table. Finally, it will be packed and it will be sent to various, after cold packing or vacuum packing, it will be packed and sent to various places. That's the thing. These are a small incubator. You can keep around 200 eggs. It is incubator, means it is setter cum hatcher. You can see the setter on the top. Eggs are there. Then the hatcher already, chicks are come. It's a small kid. You can get all these incubators, small incubator, even for 50 eggs also. You can get small incubator around 50 for 100 eggs keeping. It is around 50,000 rupees plus. Electricity is 24 hours. That's an important thing. And these feeds, insurance we are doing. General Insurance Corporation they are doing, and they consist of 4 companies. All are nationalized: United India Insurance, National Insurance, New India, and Oriental and Fire Insurance. They collect a premium and then they settle for the then poultry management. You have to do beak trimming, deep baking, deworming, pullorum testing. So these are all the things which are required for a farm. Whenever you start a poultry farm, middle class farm also, all these things are, you can take a photograph of these immediately. So these are all the things, minimum things which are required. Debeaking is done for layer birds which are in the deep litter. And for all the other general birds, broiler array, we are doing on the 7th day or 8th day. That's all. That is a touch method we are doing. This is a touch method what he is doing. Then there certain companies are there like Oobel. What they are doing is they are making the egg powder plant. Egg consists of 2 things. One is yolk and albumin. That white portion which you are seeing is albumin, and the yellow color what you are seeing is a yolk. So they are separating both these. They are making powder, and first when they are selecting the eggs from these, the bird should be free from salmonella. That's the main criteria. They are using amlet, that yellow portion which you are seeing, amlet, it can be used for amlet and cake by bread, that is bakery industry they are using. And albumin, that's a white powder. What we are seeing is they are using pharmaceutical industry. It is kinds of, they say it is good for eyes and all, vitamin A. Also it is used for hair tonics and all these things. Now the management of in winter, how you are going to manage the birds in the, just 1 minute. How you are managing the poultry birds in the winter. So there should be sufficient, whenever you build the sheds, should be in the sunlight area. The gunny bags also can be kept on certain places, so that to keep the warmth in the sheds. And then feed management. Birds eat more during the winter, and the water, slightly, if it is a warm water, not very hot water, but just warm water, it is better. And that litter also, it should be 6 inches litter, means it will be that that comfort will be there during the winter. And if it is certain type of sheds where you can, sliding windows are there, the night you can close the, it is very chilly weather, you can close the windows the night, because with ammonia gas inside the, when you close ammonia gas also will be there. So exhaust fans also should be there, these things. And this is a waste management. What are the waste? There are poultry layer farm. There's a manure waste is there because the dung is there. That is a waste. And the hatchery waste is there. Slaughterhouse waste is there. The manure waste, it's 100, that is a 10,000 layers. They give every day 1 ton of manure, which can be used for fertilizer purpose and everything. And this hatchery waste, we have a lot of the unhatched eggs, egg cells, rejected embryos. They're all rich in protein, calcium, all these things. So they can be again used for feed, and plus they can also be used for fertilizers. And the slaughterhouse also, here also biological residue is there, like egg, feed and everything. It can be recycled and used as protein and fat used in the feed meal itself. For the birds it can be used. And this is how the waste management is also being utilized in the feed management, fertilizer industries and all these things. And the care of the newly packed, when you are packing all these newly packed, newly hatched chicks, what you have to do is the boxes, it should not be, there should be free movement, air should be there, airflow should be there, and the temperature also should be slightly maintained, and so that you have to use some kind of card boxes, and so that the free movement expelling of carbon dioxide should be there. And transportation, that ventilation type of drugs should be there. If it is a very far distance, you have to keep watermelon pieces inside the boxes for long distances. Then immediately, once it arrives in the farm area, that brooding management, electrol water, glucose water, everything should be immediately given, and brooding should be given. That's the thing, chick management. Then again, poultry management in summer. You have to do housing, avoid direct sunlight to the birds, then thatched roof and thing, sprinkler water on the roof, and shades of tall trees. These tall trees means, when I say these bird creating nest and all inside the trees, such a tree should not be done. Some other bird doesn't create certain nests in the trees, such trees should be planted. That's very important, because these other birds, scavenging birds also, what happens is it spreads a lot of diseases to these poultry birds. That's very important. Then roof insulation you can do, cooling fans and everything. And water management also you have to do. You can take a photograph of all these things. And you can put ice pieces also inside the water, and add little electrolytes during summer times, and all these things. Then feeding management also, birds eats less during the thing. And broilers, you can divide. Supposing a broiler bird eats 100 times a day, 50 grams, 50% you can give in the morning and 50% in the evening. In the middle of the day, kindly don't feed, because it may have some repercussions also. That's the one thing. Then general management, crowd avoiding should be there. More number of water should be there. Then that white paint on the roof should be there. That's the thing. Use foggers, side curtains sprinkled with water, everything, for all these things. Cooling purpose, you have to do all these things. That's. Then we are also doing, our organization, that is CPDO&TI, Central Poultry Development Organization and Training Institute at Hesarghatta. We are giving training for veterinary doctors, for entrepreneurs, for foreign doctors, for 55 countries, foreign countries, we are giving training. And also for the bank management, we are also giving bank managers, senior managers, we are giving a sound training. And to the general public also, we are giving training from 1 week to nearly about 1.5 months we are giving. So that depends upon the schedule, module of the this thing, schedule we are giving. Here, one top officer from the central government is secretary level. He is giving certificate to one lady candidate, foreign lady candidate, to on the last day of the training. That's the thing. Behind you can see our director who is clapping, Dr. Mahesh, and next to him with the coat suit is Dr. Srinivas Gowda. He is the ex-vice chancellor of Veterinary University, Karnataka, Bangalore. That's the thing. He is also a pathologist. Our director is a bacteriologist. And on the sides, Dr. Pratap Kumar, Dr. Anwar Pasha, both are there. So this is a photograph of the lady. She is from Himachal Pradesh. She is a veterinary doctor and from Himachal Pradesh state government, and she has undergone 6 days training, and she is receiving the CD certificate, everything from our director, Dr. Mahesh. These are all trainings with the entrepreneurs training we are giving. It is a 6 days training. So we are providing all the facility like food and books, file, everything we are providing to the candidates during the entrepreneurs training, 6 days entrepreneurs training. So this is what is going on everywhere. We are conducting throughout South India. This is in Hesaraghatta, which we have done. This is in Chennai. This is one of the veterinary college of Chennai, Madras, which is nearly 108 years old. Here we are giving training to the entrepreneurs. So these are the professors from veterinary college, Chennai. So this is the Chennai Veterinary College store. So this is from Kerala. So Kerala, we are covering all the states of South India and giving entrepreneurs training in various places. This is from Orthanadu, that is near Tanjavur in Tamil Nadu. This is again meat inspection. We are teaching every candidate entrepreneurs. This is, we also take the trainees to tour. This is from Tanjavur, again Orthanadu Veterinary College. We are taking the trainees on tour to well-developed poultry farms and all the other places where they can get extra knowledge. The trainees can get extra knowledge by seeing all these things. And this is a last day for our entrepreneurs training. That is in 6 days. It is at Pondicherry, Puducherry. The center you can see Dr. Ram Kumar. He is the dean of this veterinary college. I'm sorry. Dean of Veterinary College. This is Dr. Mahesh. He is handing over a last day certificate to having attended the training to one of the candidate recipient, Dr. Rajalakshmi here. She is also a this teacher. And this is Andaman Nicobar and then Port Blair. There also we are getting a lot of trainings through ICAR we have done. So this is in charge director of ICAR. He is handing over the certificate, and myself is there. He is handing over the certificate to a lady participant at Andaman Nicobar. This is a handicapped person receiving training. Given the certificate also. This is from various places. So the regarding biosecurity, you have to be careful with this. So you have to thoroughly, you have to, how does the disease spread? These are the places, these are the sites, how the disease spreads. You can take a photograph immediately. And these are all. How it can be prevented, kindly take a photograph immediately. Is a model of a shed, how the bigger farm shed should be labor quarters, office room, feed storage, sheds. Shed should be shed to shed, it should be 40 feet different should be there. Water tank, water analysis has to be done, water sanitizers has to be disposal pit, disposal of dead birds should be there, preferably by either by pit method or incinerators. There's a potassium permanganate we have to put, any vehicles coming, this is how augers are there. These are all biosecurity things. So there is a vaccination for broiler birds. First day Marex, 7th day Ranicate, 12th day IBD infectious bursal disease, and 30th day Ranicate in drinking water, all Lasuta vaccines or a fund vaccine. Vaccination for local birds. Vaccination for ducks. Duck vaccinations in South India, it is available. One is at Vellore, that is in Tamil Nadu, and another is Palod near Trivandrum, it is in Kerala. So duck vaccines are available there. Turkey birds, in other place also duck vaccines, you have to search. Turkey birds. Vaccination. So vaccination for layer birds, egg type of birds, where you are keeping for 72 weeks. So these are fowlpox vaccine, these are medicine content. Along with that, sterile diluent is there. You have to add this and then you have to give. This is infectious bursal disease. It's also called Gumboro, IBD and or Gumboro. This is Aniket. These R2B strain. We call it as mesogenic. For the Lesotho, we call lentogenic. Lentogenic, mesogenic. These are Aniket vaccines. Here, this one you have to give by injection, R2B. This is a Lesotho, lentogenic it is. Is a formation of societies. It is better we do in the village one fine day, like how respected Dr. Kurian did for Amul type of dairy farms. Somebody, some intelligent people or can form a group of 20 or 25 throughout India and they can start a well-developed poultry societies. Definitely it will yield results. That is the future of the days. They can start all cold storage, egg powder plant, everything, processing units, marketing of products, everything they can start with Poultry Federation. These are some of the magazines I recommend that all these interested entrepreneurs must go through to improve your knowledge. Books as well as poultry books as well as all these magazines. Magazines are all done by these private people. They are slightly costly. What I say, beg, borrow, steal. In that way, you must go there and you must read wherever it is available. You must read and you must equip your knowledge day by day. Day by day, knowledge in poultry is developing, definitely developing. Now, a little bit, I will go through these videos. You can see within about 15 minutes, I will cover the whole videos. Kindly bear it with me. The videos are very important. Why is it giving an error?
Jacques, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just 1 minute.
No problem, no problem. Carry on. Hello. Kona. Any issue, sir? No problem.
It's a 1 minute, sir. Just
No problem. Take your time.
So this is foggers. In the summer months, when it is very hot outside, they already started the foggers, you can just see. So this is the thing where you can mark the eggs, like you can name. Supposing you want to name your companies on the egg. So this is a egg printer it is. And just see. Now he is keeping there's a printer ink which he is putting. Now he is keeping the egg tray also. So see, you can see the name of the eggs or your company's egg printer it has come. These are vaccinations, what they are doing. That is a 7th day eye drops vaccination, which they are doing. All internees. Here they are vaccinating the birds. This is R2B vaccination which they are giving. That is by injection. Wing web method. This is our ex-Joint Secretary, Dr. Bus Reddy from Government of India. So he was on a visit to our farm to inaugurate this automation center. With him, all big personalities are there from the Department of Animal Husbandry, Karnataka, Serum Institute. All the staffs are there, along with our director. So Dr. Bus Reddy is inaugurating the automation facility in our farm. It is in 2017. He's cutting the ribbon. So this is a vaccination where the vaccine is already there inside the machine itself. They are loading, they are pulling out each chick, and first day itself they are giving a chick. The vaccine pin will be projected outside, and they will just press it, and they are doing this Marex vaccine. You can just see That's a Marex vaccine which they are doing. See that? It's a quick method. In 1 hour, 1,000 birds can be vaccinated. So again, this is automation. See, you can see the nipple drinkers, that red color, that is with the cups, so that the water will not spill out on the floor, the deep litter. It spills out, then again coccidia problem will be there. That's the thing. So we have duck farm also, khaki Campbell and white pecking. This is the white pecking. This is for meat purpose. So anybody requiring chick anywhere in India, we are ready to supply this khaki Campbell and white pecking day old chicks. This is khaki Campbell, young chicks. Smallpox vaccination. How the chicks come out of the egg on the 21st day in the incubator. This is the thing, pepping out. This photograph is taken. Poultry India Expo at Hyderabad. This is Sneha Farm. The first day itself, the chick should be able to drink water, that is nipple drinkers. That is the thing. This is a chick counting. You need not count by 1, 2, 3 like that. The machine will start counting. So these are chicks. So in hatchery level, when they are supplying chicks, they will not go on counting 1, 2, 3 like that. The machine will start counting. That's the thing. It's an automation sheds. These are also automation. Is a 3-tier farming, that is cage system, 3-tier cage system. See, the feeding will be done by this machine only. It will be moving. You can just see. See, it is moving. You can see. Supposing electricity goes off, it can be pushed by hand itself until the feed will be going on to the trays, feeding tray, in the 3-tier or 2-tier. See, now it is coming back again. The incubator. See how the chicks come out. Duck chicks. So during Poultry India show, 2017, he is the minister, Andhra Pradesh minister, and he is cutting the tape in our stall, that is CPDO&TI stall. Our director is there, and other officials are also there. And they are releasing folders. So the ministry has released the folders also, along with the director and other officials. The automation egg movement will be there. The foreign, that is in the expo, only Poultry in the expo. Our director is explaining to the foreign trainees also. They have accompanied us, and he is teaching them important steps. This is a small incubator being explained. Incubator, it is actually, the incubator means it has got both, what is that, setter and hatcher. It's a khaki Campbell, ducks. Khaki Campbell ducks is used for egg purpose. Finished. That one more. That last one.
Thank you,
Just
sir.
last one, sir. Just 2 minutes.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah. I can talk. Huh? Yasargata Lake, it is there. Yasargata Lake is near our farm, CPDO&TI. It's a good picnic spot also it is. Once upon a time, it was a drinking water for Bangalore.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's a good attempt.
Sir, thank you,
you
sir.
can conclude, sir. You can conclude so that
Yeah.
Bashaji, you can come on live.
Shall I talk on?
Yeah, please.
Friends.
Mr. Mahesh is there. You can come online. Yeah.
Friends.
Mahesh, yeah.
You,
Please, sir.
you would have observed this thing. For the last 20 years, I have been giving these lectures only, mainly the basic poultry farming, how to start a poultry farm in the starting. It is not a high level which I have been given, the starting level. So I think to more than 5,000 persons, I have given more than 5,000. So last 20 years, I was with the state government, now I am with the central government, I have been giving, and many people have started the farm in the small level, big level, medium level, everything. Now, my small request is start with a small farm. If any person can start production, it is not difficult. Production, first time you may be a failure. Second time, definitely you will be a successful person, provided you find out what went wrong with the first thing means, and consulting with various people, you will definitely be a successful person. Now the problem comes in all this poultry and all this marketing. See, the marketing you have to be very careful, and you have to start in a small way, this farm, and then once you catch the market, then go in a higher way, developed way. And not only that, I always request all my colleagues, that is poultry entrepreneurs colleagues, is to read lot of books on poultry. Then lot of magazines are there, they're all costly, but still you got to get access to it, and you must go on, see the latest things what are happening, and discuss with lot of successful people who are keeping all these poultry and similar poultry farms, turkey farm or duck farm, how they are marketing, what are they are doing. Here anything can be done, even equipments manufacturer you can do, you can sell even only eggs also you can do, egg powder plant they are doing. These are small things, lot of things. Until and unless, I'm sure one day, definitely in India, like how Dr. Kurian, Varghese Kurian, he started the Amul pattern of society. The same thing will definitely come to India regarding poultry type of societies. Of course, they are all there in teaching stages. That is, whether it is societies you call, federation you call. I don't say it has not come. It has come in a very small, and functioning in a very, very small level. Has to grow. I think a lot of intelligent persons from our country has to come up and solve this. Thank you very much. I give due respect to our director, Dr. Mahesh, and to Anwar Pasha, and to the entire teaching fraternity and the staff of our organization, and to the entire entrepreneurs and all persons who have assisted me in all these places to give a lecture on to you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I think, dear audience, both in Facebook and Zoom, it's a pleasure to have Krishnan with a lot of energy. He took our tour of you virtually because you cannot come to our institute, our offices, our Esagata Lake, our farms. He made a great attempt of giving you a capsulated small video. It was very, very nice. So kind of you, sir. I appreciate all the audience that you can relook. This presentation was very, very elaborate and detailed. You can watch in our Facebook page, CPDO&TI.Bangalore. I think we took little time extra, but I think it will be okay. We managed it well within 2 o'clock. Have some good lunch. And I always say that, to conclude, that do anda roz and the 3 bar murgi hafte mein, 2 eggs a day and 3 times of chicken a week will at least meet you 60% of your body protein requirement. All over to Mr. Bashaji to wrap up.
Thank you, sir. At the end, I would like to thank Dr. Krishnan and Dr. Professor P.K. Shukla sir for giving a very good inaugural address. And then Dr. Krishnan also gave a very elaborate lecture. Thank you, sir. And also, I would like to thank all the participants who joined through Zoom and also through Facebook. And also, finally, I would like to thank Dr. P.S. Mahesh, sir, the Joint Commissioner and Director of CPDO&TI. And with this, I would like to say that tomorrow we'll have two eminent speakers, Professor Pratap sir and Professor B.S. Reddy sir. So we will look forward to their lectures. So please join us tomorrow for these two lectures. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Take care. Stay safe. Stay safe. Thank you.